I got me a truck, a trailer, and a chainsaw.
Stay back, I got a chainsaw.
And $0. Can we go from 0 to 100 million? Let's find out. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We are here on episode 42 on our journey from 0 to $100 million. Now, there are some big changes I'm going to do this episode here. Seems like every episode I have these big changes, big plans. Don't know if I actually get to them, but I do know I need to refill this lime, and I'm going to try to use these big bags on the ground here because I have been forgetting them while I mention these changes coming to our no man's land here. The main change I want to do is take stuff off of automatic selling. I want to actually hold on to it into best sell time and move these pallets around manually. I don't want to, but I feel like it's the best, correct, right thing to do because of how much more profit I can make. So holding the best sell time and turning off the automatic selling, that's definitely something I'm going to attempt to do here. And we also got that large silo back over there, and the reason I wanted that large silo there was because I wanted a main hub point for all my distributing stuff. So the silo I got out in the forest, the silo I got in town, I want to get rid of those and use only this one right here. Now there are going to be a few products out there, mainly from the Dragon's Den pack, mod thing, whatever it is, that I have that will not go into here. I'll have to actually move those ones manually. But for this episode here, I have one really big question: wool or cotton? I've been noticing the clothes make a lot of money, and I want to kind of follow that route there and try that out. To make the clothes, I need wool or cotton. I'm not even sure which one I should do, the wool or the cotton. Might end up doing them both. We're going to find out this episode though. Right now I got the canola being planted on this field over here. If y'all remember, I did mention I'm going to start trying to do some crop rotation. Don't actually have to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try. Weeds are grown. We will use herbicide to get rid of those weeds because I learned that the weeder did not work very good at all. No matter which route I take this episode with either wool or cotton, we're going to need a field. Wool, we're going to need grass. Cotton, we're going to need a field to plant cotton. So let's go ahead and purchase some land. This stuff off to the left here. A lot of little trees here and there. We're going to go ahead and get those removed too. I'll probably just delete those trees off. I'm not worried about getting wood chips right now. We'll go ahead and look at purchasing this land here. Looks like 32, 33, and 34 is what I'm interested in. All those bought right there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a huge outline all the way around this new land we own. Now, whether I put one field in here, two fields, or three, I'm just going to go ahead and make one big field right now. That way we can mow the grass that's already here, pick up that grass that's already here, and then I'll hire a worker to plow that whole outline that I'm making right now. Here is an aerial view of what I just drove around and drew on the ground. I will go ahead and put both our large Krone mowers into this course play at this area right here, mowing all the grass, and then of course go behind it picking it up. Why waste the grass? Especially since I'm going to try to hone in and get more efficient with these sales and prices. Kind of slowing it down a little bit, I think, and trying to make a little more profit. With me actually moving this stuff around, I want to go ahead and upgrade a little more, get a semi and a semi trailer. This is what I'm going to go with right here. Something a little different than I normally do. Love the TLX and everything like that, but just trying a few different things here and there. Gonna go with that crazy color still, kind of, try to at least. Doesn't look too crazy. I actually really like this. $133,000, that is ours now. Now, as far as semi-trailers, you may have seen me use this one quite a bit in the past. This one will hold 78 Euro pallets. I do got it set up on 2-layer stacking in there, and that is quite a bit, I think. But $45,000, we will buy that. There's a reason why I wanted to go ahead and get this one. That is because there's some very good sell prices going on right now with a lot of product I have out of this building to the left. Right over here, that is the barrels and pallet production. That is something I mentioned in the series before already, and actually sold off a good amount in the series already too. Let's go ahead and go in here and start checking out all of that product. We have 879,000 liters of empty barrels and 615,000 liters of empty pallets. And holy cow, 810,000 liters of beams. That's a lot of beams. We can get a better look in the time-saving stock check mod here, seeing 1.3 million almost for the value there, and 1.9 million for the empty barrels value. So it's safe to say we're about to make $3 million. Ended up with 78,000 liters of empty pallets here. Let's go ahead and get that stuff sold off. Should just empty straight in here. Got to kind of watch it, make sure it actually goes through. Don't know if it will all go through. Sometimes I got some issues here and there with it all not selling, and then I just got to keep pulling forward. Now, that doesn't really matter because I'm not going to show you all every single trailer I sell off, but I'm really interested in showing you at least the first one of each type. That full trailer right there is $163,843 plus a $17,948 environmental score reward. And I always forget about that environmental score reward. Let's keep selling off all these empty pallets. I'll bring y'all back whenever I got some barrels to sell off. Still working away here, but I noticed there is a finished worker, and I have been thinking multiple times of giving up on manually moving these. This is taking a while. I did slow the time down to 1 times speed just so it didn't get too far away from me. And looks like all the mowing is done over here. Now next stage up is pick it up. I'm really interested to see exactly how much grass we'll get off this field. I'm hoping it's a lot. I'm hoping it's a few trailers full. Here's the issue that I'm really worried about is these productions here. This one off to the left, the one off to the right, and even these two kind of around the corner here. I did put those on spawning. Now why is that an issue? Because they spawn really fast. This one right here has already got a couple of pellets inside there as I speak right now. So let's go ahead and start trying to pick these up too. This might be too much to do each month. So these might actually end up going back to selling, possibly. Oh, those loaded up there kind of weird. Finally got rid of all the empty pallets. Now next up is the empty barrels. Let's go ahead and find those in here. There it is right there. 881,000 liters of them. How many pallets is that? 882 pallets of them. Wow. This is going to take a minute, just like before. We are up to $2.9 million though. Yeah, it's looking good. Once again, one trailer full, 78,000 liters. We'll go ahead and drive that right over there. Let's see how much we make off of one trailer. This one trailer here ended up making $170,436 plus $18,670 environmental score reward. Let's keep going. I got a feeling I'm going to be up there close to $5 million, maybe. With that environmental score reward, it's kind of kicking us over more than I thought I was going to be at. We're definitely going to be over 4 million, at least I think we are. Just came over here to check on this tractor, and it looks like it was actually done. I did not plan that. I did not see it coming like that. I was like, you know what? Hey, let's go check on it, see where it's at, because I haven't heard anything from it. And we're at 1 million. Now, this is an issue here because I believe, unless it's got fixed, I doubt it's got fixed because this is not a mod off the mod hub. Every time I get this trailer to 1 million liters and I empty it out, it does not pick up any product after that. I have to reset it. I'll see if it works or not. If not, I'll have to reset it. Pretty simple to do. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and dump all this grass off into our large silos right over here. Looks like it does not work. Pretty simple though. I could do the shop delivery mod and just do a quick little reset on it. Looks like the workers all done here picking up the grass. We got 1 million liters in our silo over there, plus almost 100,000 liters here. So 1.1 million liters of grass is picked up from the meadow grass. Now, if I actually turn this whole thing into a field for grass, that's probably gonna double to triple, maybe. I'm not sure. If anybody knows what the different ratio is for meadow grass versus a fertilized field, same size, that would be pretty interesting to know. I might do the testing on it and make a little video. As far as this grass goes, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it over here, feed it to our sheep. It's not much. At 1 million liters, not sure what I'm gonna do with it quite yet. Turn it into TMR, turn it into sheep food, just as in leaving it the way it is. It's still up in the air. With this production I'm currently getting the stuff out of, I had noticed there was 800,000 liters of beams in there. That's kind of an issue. I mean, I can't exactly check them out and sell them, at least I don't think I can, because they're the incoming material. But that does tell me I can stop making them for quite a while, probably. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn off the wood beams and just focus on making wood planks. Of course, I will probably end up forgetting about that, and the production will stop, and that's when I'm going to notice it. Getting pretty close to selling off all the empty barrels. Got this full trailer here, and I believe I'm going to have a partial trailer next. With this silo I keep driving by here, and yes, I do keep running into this little fence here. But the silo right here is fully empty now. There's a few things I had to get moved out of there also. But it's empty. It's ready to actually sell off. We're going to do that here in just a second whenever I get done selling off all this. This is the last of the barrels I have to sell off. Now, I don't know if I got anything else to sell off this month, but we broke that $5 million. I did not think that would actually happen. I thought it was going to be less than that originally, but then, of course, the environmental score came in big time helping out. I believe each trailer load was almost $200,000, but that right there made us $53,403 plus that $5,850. Now that that's all done, I am going to go ahead and sell off that silo. I am a huge idiot. Put this worker over here, and obviously I forgot something. I forgot two things, actually. I forgot to put that real speed mod on. I can tell I forgot that because it's saying there's 19 minutes left. And there's a very obvious thing I forgot. I forgot to turn on create a field. Gosh, I thought this was actually doing something over here, but no, it wasn't. Let me get that all situated and actually plow in a new field. This right here looks a whole lot better. I'm going to go ahead and create one whole large field here. Now, whether I do grass or cotton, that's still kind of up in the air, and that's what I want y'all's help with. Should I do grass or cotton? I mean, I've kind of got my mind made up. I'm probably going to do it, but I'm really interested in seeing what y'all say. My end game goal is the close. So with that being said, and with the knowledge of that, what should I do? Should I make a grass field or a cotton field? If I make the grass field, obviously that's going to be more sheep, and those sheep make wool. So I'm kind of there with either wool or cotton for my clothes. I have not actually done any cotton harvest yet on this game, so I don't know what kind of yield I get out of that and how well that all works out. But I do know the sheep give wool every single month, every single hour, I think. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 43 on our journey from $0 to $100 million, and we are definitely getting there. It's, well, okay, we're at $5 million, and I'm about to blow it all, or a large portion of it. Since I started moving this stuff manually, there is a little bit of an issue. Some of the products I cannot store in some of the silos. I have to build some. And that's what this area right here in front of us is going to be for. I'm going to build a huge shipping hub. Hopefully it all fits over here. Now that I look at it from aerial view, this is not looking like the greatest of areas, but I think I can make it work. Let's get to building that. And of course, I'm still fixing up this field over here. I'm going to end up cutting it in half, or somewhat half, and going to do grass on one side, cotton on the other. Not sure what y'all recommended quite yet, because I haven't edited and posted the video where I was asking y'all before, wool or cotton. So I'm just going to do them both. Right now I'm going to drive around the field, seeing if I missed any spots. I say I, but seeing if the worker missed any spots. And if he or she did, I'll go ahead and touch that up. And then next up is picking up these rocks. Starting up the stone picker now. We got 23,500 liters of stone in here. Let's see what we end with, and if we have enough, we'll probably end up making some sort of production to utilize these stones for something else. Most likely lime, but we'll see. All the pallets I have on here will not run through my distributing system that I currently use for a lot of the products, and there's even more than this out there that's going to cause an issue. And this is the reason why we're building this huge shipping hub. Here's one I want to try out. I've never actually used it. I recently showed it off in a video on my other channel, but never actually used it. I don't think I'm going to like it very much because of where the pallets come out of afterwards. So we might not keep up with this. Let's go ahead and get this to start with. And I'm going to put it right there. Nice little driveway come up here. And of course, leaving me plenty of room to expand into other items. So you may notice there in the bottom right, it does say 450 pieces. That's exactly what I'm after. I'm after the ones that have the piece count on them. I'd go with this one, 200 pieces. You can go with this one, 1,000 pieces. I'm kind of looking at these right here because they got the solar panels for some extra income. Might go to that, but I do like the ones that are enclosed and definitely ones that look like a warehouse. So the only issue I see is they load into here, but they come out right in there. So I may have to move them by hand. And who knows, maybe I'll just leave that there for looks. Yeah, I like the idea of just leaving that there for looks, most likely. Let's go ahead and drop one of these in here too. It's going to be enclosed on the sides, not in the front, that's fine. And it's going to have solar panel on the top, giving us 5,200 per month. It does only hold 250 pieces. 250 pieces would be either pallets or bales. And now that I look at them more, this might actually be an issue because usually there's a stopping point not allowing me to go that direction. Ooh, yes, let's go ahead and delete that. That's not going to work at all. Sell that. Looks like if I want to use this pack, I'm going to have to use this one here so I could drive through the side. And that's exactly what I'll do. You know what I'm really not liking how open it is? We're going to go ahead and sell that. And I'm going to go with this one right here. It does have the wood side walls. It's going to be enclosed on 3 sides. Not perfect, but it will do the job. And it'll allow me to drive by with my large semi to pick up and drop off, I think. I haven't actually used it before, but that's what it's looking like according to the way this looks. There's the final product. Here's going to be the main one I start with. I want to give this one a test try, see how well I can get them checked in and out. I got a feeling I'm going to have to do a lot of work just to get them checked out, and I might end up just going ahead and getting rid of that build. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and put this to the test. All I should have to do is just, I believe, drive right over it. Exactly like that. All of them go in there, and I can check them out later. Now, what I should really test is this one right here, and I'm going to do that here in just a second. Let me drop this trailer. I don't need it. From what I understand, all I gotta do is drive over this, and I already drove over it, just trying to turn around back up. So I had 4 pallets on here. All 4 of them are in there now. Let's go ahead and see how that kind of works. Here they are right here on the ground. I do not have to pick them out of the racks myself. I'm sure that might be an option if I really wanted to. But I do come over here to this little trigger thing right here and check them out this way. And it looks like they all kind of spawn in right there. Main thing is, can I pick these up from outside on the ground? Or will I have to actually kind of throw them out the dock? it is looking like I'm gonna have to move them by hand or something along those lines. Let's see here. Why is it not loading up on there? Okay, so I gotta actually go off to the side there. Let me repark this. Hey, looky there. It did grab one from there. Maybe I could just get close enough like this. Would be pretty difficult to do, but yeah, it looks like that is an option. If I do get close enough there, this will work. I could probably also build some sort of ramp that comes up here too, and just drive up in here, but I'm not gonna put that much work and effort into it. So this is kind of a bust, kind of a bummer. There are other ones out there that will do exactly what I want it to do as far as being able to unload and load pretty easily. May look and find those, but for right now, I'm gonna utilize this one and other ones just like this one. Looks like the stone picking is all done, up to 32,560 liters, and man, there's just really not much stones on this map. I mean, I wish there was, because I've mentioned it multiple times before. I really like being able to turn that stone into some good money, or a reusable source like lime. Let's go ahead and head this into town because I am going to build something for those stones. Probably two things. Now, will this be enough stones for those productions? No, it won't. We'll end up just going ahead and buying some. Before I get to that though, I want to kind of split this field in half and do grass on one side and cotton on another side. Ooh, just kind of trying to figure out how I should split this and still have pretty good access to it. I think this will work pretty good. We'll do a fairly large border between them. You know, I don't need to go that big. Let's go really small with it. Just go like this. I'm going to have to go through and touch up all those little lines that are sticking out. I don't like that. Make it look a little bit smoother, I think. And then, of course, I'm going to go through and put actual meadow grass in here. Now, all I got to do is go ahead and delete this custom field that came in here. Ooh, 31.66 acres. I didn't realize it did that for me. That's nice. Well, let's split that in half, and we're doing 15, 16, I think. Something along those lines. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and delete this. And then whenever I go to create a new course, it will snap to the actual field. So I did try to round off the edges here because I do rounded edges on my work, so it won't always get it. I'm going to go ahead and make this larger field right here. I believe this is larger. It looks larger. I'm going to make this one over here the grass. This one over here on the left is going to be cotton. But cotton will not be able to be planted for a little while. Before I plant the grass seeds, I want to go ahead and get some lime on the field first, or before I plant any of them, I want to get the lime on the ground first. But to do that, with this being a new field, we need to get some soil samples in this nice huge range. As you can see, I got the map completely opened up there. I might be able to get it all in one. It's going to be a close one. I don't even want to chance it. Let's just go ahead and do 2 samples. Soil samples got sent off. That cost $89,000. Wow, is this even cheaper? I took this route here because I believe it's cheaper normally. What in the world? That was a lot. Let's see what it'd cost if I went this route. Yeah, it's not even letting me buy them, I guess. Well, there it goes. $7,000 for that one. It's not letting me buy the ones here. I have to back out and come back in since it's a new field. But still, that seems like a lot of money compared to just buying them through the map there. I thought this route right here was cheaper, and that's why I was doing it this way. Got the lime worker off and going, and there's something else I want to do around these fields, which is add some beehives. Now, I don't think they make any yield boost to grass fields. I don't think they do. And now that I think about it more, I don't think they make a yield boost to cotton either. But they do make a little bit of boost to our money. So why not go ahead and place them anyways, and maybe these fields will change eventually to a crop type field. I'm gonna go ahead and put some things in for these stones, and one thing I want to put in is lime production. This is the one that comes with the map, No Man's Land map. I don't know exactly how fast it works, how much it holds, any of that stuff. I've never used it before, but we'll place it right here. I'll do a little touch up around it, and then there's another mod out there that takes stone that I'm pretty interested in also, if I can find it. It is right here. It is called the Stone Factory. We'll go ahead and place that in right about here, I think. That should do the job. It will make stone blocks, bricks, statues, even lime, I guess. Wow, didn't see that coming. Okay, maybe I didn't need that lime production, but I am interested in using the mods that come with the maps. So we're going to have extra lime maybe. I don't have to turn the lime on this one over here on the left. It's just an option. Got a little bit of an issue here. Ran out of lime, and I don't want to have to keep driving all the way back over there where I got that free lime. I did try to bring the semi-trailer over and pick it up, but it wouldn't allow me to because there were some key binding issues there. I'm just going to go ahead and put in a multi-fruit binding station right over here next to this nice beehive and utilize it for now. You know, I said I was going to try to specialize and use quite a bit of this Dragon's Den stuff, and I'm going to. Why not? I've never actually used this buying station. Let's go ahead and put it in here, see how much it actually costs to buy stuff before I buy it, and see if I want to use it or not. If it's super expensive, yeah, probably not using it. If it's super cheap, yeah, probably not using it either. I'm looking at purchasing some lime, and over here at the Dragon's Den buying station, it's $168 at the multi-fruit buying stations. It's also $168 there, so It's the same. Let's go ahead and use it. Here's our final products for the lime production and stone factory. Let's go ahead and get some stone in there, but first I want to see how much stone they take and where I should put all my stone. Or, you know, I guess that really doesn't matter because I did mention I want to go ahead and buy some stone. Looking into this lime production one, this is the one that comes with the map, No Man's Land here, and it takes 120,000 liters of stone and 12,000 liters of water. Now I'll go ahead and activate it even though there's nothing there, but I want to activate it so I can start having that stuff distributed over here. This is set on storing, and I will go ahead and set that on distributing so it will actually go back to my farm and hold 6 million liters instead of 75,000. Let's see if I can find that stone factory somewhere in here. I really need to remember these are in alphabetical order. Maybe one day I'll get this down. But this does also make lime. We will go ahead and activate that. Doesn't take any water or anything. And of course, I'm going to set that up on distributing. That way it can go back over there. And we get to make other things like stone statue, stone blocks, stone slabs. I'm not sure what the values are on those, but we will go ahead and start making them. Also, it looks like there is some byproduct from making these stone blocks, stone slabs. A little bit of lime in there. Not much. And there's no byproducts from the stone statue. I think I'm using that word right. Byproducts. Products left over from making one thing or something like that. Let's just say leftovers. With that lime being on distributing, it needs to go somewhere. This is our large one back at the farm. The only one I'm going to be using moving forward. Going to go ahead and activate that, and all the lime is going to come over here once it starts making it. And it rolls over to the next hour, of course. That also brings me to the thing with the stones here. Now, I'm not going to have stones come over here, so I don't need to turn that on, but I do want stones to leave here. I'm going to go ahead and buy a large trailer full of stones and set that on distributing, and they will head over to that production. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused. It says I have 2 finished workers. I don't know where that second finished worker was. I thought I only had 1 person working. Coming over here now to actually plant the grass, but let's see what is going on here. We got the Titan in the 8R410. What is the 8R410 doing? Oh, it was doing nothing. Why did they come all the way over here? I told it to actually go back to the shed or farm. That's what I told it to do, but it came over here. Interesting. Kind of had me worried there. I'm like, what else was I working on? With both of these pieces of equipment here, needing to head back to the farm, go ahead and use that follow me mod. Got that tractor following me. I'm going to drive back, put this under the cover, of course, top it off with some of that free lime first, if I can remember. And then I got another worker that's going to start planting the grass over here. I believe this here holds 5 million liters, and I think I'm going to go ahead and top it off all the way. Don't know if I should do it. Probably shouldn't. But what I'm talking about is topping it off with stones. Those stones will be topped off into here, 5 million liters, and then they will go over to that silo that's in the background there. And from there, it will distribute out to the productions. That is a whole lot of stones, probably a whole lot of money too. And where are the stones? Right there. They are. Let's just let it go and see what happens. While the stones are filling up, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick peek over here and see how this is going. And it looks like the worker's going good. Missing the corner edges. That's expected. I could probably come through and plant that stuff myself, or just leave it and touch it up with meadow grass. Kind of leaning towards the whole leaving it and touching it up with meadow grass. Everything over here on the field is looking good. Growth stage 1 to 3, pH value, nitrogen, everything's perfect. This is just taking way too long. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. I think a little over 1 million liters is good. That cost us almost $39,000. Let's go ahead and put it in here, get it all distributing over, and we're going to go take a quick look at our huge shipping hub. I was really hoping it'd be huge, but I'm kind of disappointed in it. Here it is. This is our huge shipping hub. No, it's really not much. It's gonna get bigger. I know it will. I'm gonna take out that building in the background there eventually and put in some more of these style shed ones that I got here on the front side left here, right in front of it, I guess. I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but either way, it's going to grow, it's going to expand. This is kind of where all the pallets are going to come that don't exactly have a home through automation. Well, hello and welcome in, everybody. We're here on episode 44 on our journey from 0 to $100 million. And I think we're getting some pretty good traction here, going up in that value there. I'm going to go ahead and start this worker back up over here on this field. That's where I left y'all last episode. This is actually a grass field. The field off to the left of this was going to end up being cotton. Now, once this worker does get done, I'm going to go through and touch up all the edges it missed. I only do that with grass fields because I don't want to see all these empty spots every time I mow. But there's something I really want to try out this episode, which is make gold. Yes, make gold. I mean, that's the main thing I'm going to do, but there's a few other side things I got to do to keep the farm operating and going good, I think. Either way, let's let this worker go. Let's look into that gold production I keep talking about. Or I don't know if I keep talking about it. I think I just only mentioned it once. Oh well, we're going to run over here super fast. Why not? Now, I believe somewhere in here it does come with a gold production, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, the No Man's Land gold production. It's part of the No Man's Land pack. Let's see here. Or part of the No Man's Land map, I guess. Not really pack. I figured it would be first right after the premium, but I guess not. Where are you? I know you're in here somewhere. There we go. We're getting into the No Man's Land stuff now. Here we go. We got lime production. We already placed that down. I believe right here's the lime production. And then here's the gold production. We need stone, water, and methane. So to get methane, we also need this production here too. No big deal. I think we'll go ahead and put both of these in there. I'll probably actually just put it on the corner. Well, you know what? Methane production in the middle of the town. That does not sound like a good idea as far as smells and everything else, I guess. Well, it doesn't matter. It's just a game, right? Let's go ahead and flatten out this land real quick because there's a large bump right there. It's going to end up taking out the grass, unfortunately, but it's all good. I think I can make it work. Probably should just rose it up because there's a stone over here that's going to cause an issue. Don't know how much of an issue it's going to cause. Let's see how flat this gets. Nah, it's just going to be sticking up some. That's fine. It's not an issue at all, really. Okay, that's done there. I'm not going to worry about painting the ground. You know what? Change my mind. I'm going to paint the ground. I'm going to paint the grass. After painting grass, we're going to lay down some meadow grass. Don't like that forested look. If y'all remember or don't know, there was trees all through here. That's what that ground texture is there. That's forested ground, grass, dirt, something like that. I don't know. That's what that texture is. And that's what we're removing right now. After getting that there, let's go ahead and grab some meadow grass, pop it in here, and then we'll lay down those productions. Like to do all this beforehand. That way I don't have to touch it up and get really close and fine tune the edges at the end. I'll still have to do a little bit, but at least this way I'll have to do less. Like this right here. Back into the production now, we need two of them. We need this one for methane. Let's go ahead and place that in right here. I don't see any reason why not to. And then we need gold production. We'll go ahead and place this over here on the corner, be our big money maker, I think. At least I think gold's going to make some good money. I'm not sure. Let me go ahead and touch up the terrain a little bit here, make it look a little better. This is what I ended up with. I think this is going to work out great. Basically, I got to get the methane from here over to here. And of course, I'm probably going to do all that automatically. Now, I'm really interested to see what all this methane production takes, what all I need to put into it. And whoa, we got a finished worker. That was pretty fast. I didn't think it'd be done that fast. Let me go ahead and touch up these edges, then we'll look at that production. All done taking care of that field. Let's go ahead and jump into this production, see what all it takes and what all I need to get over here. Looks like there's tons of different options here for making methane, and I really like that because I kind of got an abundance of slurry, and I don't want to use silage to make it. I don't want to use manure to make it because that's kind of reserved for something else. And I could also use some crops if I end up getting any of these crops planted and harvested. I'm pretty sure I do not have any of these planted. I think I got sugar cane planted to make sugar. So no big deal there. Looking at slurry, let's go ahead and get all that slurry from my cow barn over here. It only holds 100,000 liters, which is not much at all. So what that means is I'm not going to put it in here. I'm going to put it in my silo back at the farm and distribute it over here. Another issue here I need to take care of is the manure. Now, previously I did try to do something with the manure and it all kind of went over to the compost factory, which is not good because that manure needs to be used in quite a bit of my productions. So I need to get some of this manure over into our large silo and start distributing it out also. Didn't realize it, but somehow I have a whole lot of slurry over here. Oh, I guess I distributed it over here from my other silos. That makes sense. Either way, we're going to turn it on to distributing. Already 573,000 liters there. I only took 200,000 liters out of the cow barn. That's why I was really surprised to see this. And also got a auto drive course kind of set up here running in this direction. Still haven't quite figured out how to get it to auto unload, I guess. I mean, I see the options there. I've tried it here and there. I don't know. I've just never got it to line up correctly. I like doing a little bit of the work myself. Here's another issue we got to take care of. I'm pretty sure I have to take care of it. It is the bark mulch right here. There's only 570,000 liters and the value is only 34,000. Kind of sad actually, but we'll go ahead and start loading it up in here. And the reason I want to take care of that is because let's look at the production and I'll tell you why. Inside the production here, it only holds 1 million liter capacity. Now I've had an issue one time where I don't know if it got fixed or if I just can't remember this correctly, but I had one of these maxed out at 1 million liters and the whole entire production shut down. That's not good. So it's not that much value. It's really just getting out of there so we can keep it running and obviously get best sale time price out of it. Why not? This is going to take a while to fill up, but while that's filling up, we got some gold to start making. Now looking into the whole gold production here, we just need stone, water, and methane. I already have stones and water set on distributing from our main silo. Methane's not set on distributing yet. And then the gold we're going to set on spawning, try to save that. Let's look at the methane production. We have slurry over here. That is good. Perfect. This is storing the methane, which is not what I want to do. I want to distribute it over, and we'll see how well that keeps up with it. I am really interested to see how much the gold does pay, so we will find that in just a second. Right here, gold does say $9,533 at the farm shop. Looks like that's probably going to be the best sell price area. I like that. I guess I could actually buy it out of the multi-fruit buying station. I don't see how. Does it just dump right into a trailer? Because that's kind of what it looks like that multi-fruit buying station does. Interesting. We'll show price fluctuation. 9,500 looks like the max in February. And we'll probably be coming up on that pretty soon, I think. I'm trying to pick up the slurry automatically, dump it in the silo. Saying it can't reach the slurry. Don't know what's going on there. We'll go ahead and change back to our normal mode we were doing. And looks like still can't reach slurry. Not sure why. I'm sure I'll figure that out one day. Okay, I got it set up. Let's see if this works. From what I understand, I might have to adjust a few of the points to move forward, backwards. I'm not sure. But this should save me some time from having to do this myself. Now let's go ahead and jump over to the bark mulch and get that stuff sold right here. Bark mulch is all sold off there for $34,263 plus that $2,732 environmental store reward. Not much money compared to how many millions we got up there. And this is actually looking like an issue trying to get this to spawn out over here. I keep coming over here, moving these over. I'm just moving them over by hand. Trying to keep this empty so it can run all night. I don't know how well that's going to happen. There's one thing I'm really conflicted about doing right here is selling off the solid fertilizer. Now, I did say I was going to start making it for a profit and probably selling it, but I don't have any stored. I would probably think storing some is a good idea to have for my fields. But also, I'm just like, who cares? Let's sell it all off. I'll make more, right? But I'm also not too worried about selling it off yet because we're nowhere near full capacity in that production. I believe it's like 1.6 million liters. There's only 377,000 there now. So let's go ahead and wait. And it's not even the best sell time. Somehow it's just way up there in value. Looks like it was able to pick up the slurry, but it was not able to unload it. So I adjusted that point right there, and it should be good to go now. I think we're good to go ahead and sleep through this month, and that money is dropping pretty fast. That's because I got a trailer filling up with stones right now. Previously, I did try to fill the trailer all the way up, but it was just taking way too long, so I stopped. I'm going to let it go all night, even though it's not going to technically run all night. It's just going to run for the time I'm on the game, I guess. I think. You know, I never actually left anything running all night. Let's see what happens. Looks like it did not fill all the way up. That's kind of what I thought would happen. I'm going to try to get this trailer filled all the way up, and I think the slurry is having an issue right now filling up. I don't know what happened there because first time I went around it worked, but right now it's not working. Oh wait, never mind, it filled up. Okay, hey, we're good. It's running. I was tapping through and I saw it sitting there like kind of far away from the trigger point, and somehow it's actually working. Never mind, we're all good. Going around looking at the fields, looks like I got one field that needs to be weed removal, I guess. Herbicide added to it, and I have no herbicide here, so let's go ahead and top this off with some herbicide. I might have some somewhere else now that I think about it more. Maybe I don't need to buy this. Oh well, I'm going to go ahead and buy some more, and the reason I'm going way out of the direction right now is because my main... Oh, wait a second, this one doesn't have herbicide. Oh gosh, that's not good. Anyways, let's go to a different one. But the reason I'm going way out of the direction is because my main multi-fruit buying station is currently occupied with filling up with stone still. And it's still going. One thing I started a couple episodes ago was trying to get these silos empty. Not just this one. I got this forest silo and I got the one in town. This one here is actually empty. Let's go ahead and delete it. That way it's not showing up on my productions anymore. I know there is a way that you can set it up where stuff is not showing if it's not being used, but I don't like doing that. All the time, at least. Now there's that one in town. Let's go ahead and jump over there, see if that one's ready to empty out. I believe it is. I love leaving this tractor here. This was my very first vehicle, so every time I hit the tab the first time, whenever I'm out of a vehicle, it brings me back here to the town. Really awesome. Oh, wait a second. I already deleted the silo. I remember now. Sorry, it's been a minute since I played. But check this out. We now officially have some gold over here. Quite a bit of gold, I think, too. That's looking good. How much are these pallets? Let's see here. That's 1.6 ton. That's just 1,000 pieces. It doesn't exactly give me a liter count, so I don't know. What is that? Maybe 1,000 liters? Possibly. It's kind of weird coming in with pieces. Guess I could look right here, and it does say gold 8,876 liters is what we have, with a total value right now of 81,000. Best sell time's July. I think we'll have a good surplus by then. I need to get around moving some stuff around, clearing out these spawn points because I'm trying to save this stuff to the best sell time, which takes up a lot of my time. Just coming over here and checking on the stone production, noticing it's got a little bit foolish levels, not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and set this stuff on spawning. That way I can move it over to a storage area. Now, I'm not sure where it spawns out. It kind of looks like it might just drop right here. That's the unload. Oh, wait, hey, here it goes right there. Okay, I didn't see any markers or anything. Like I said, currently going around picking up everything and thought I'd go ahead and add this to the rotation. Heading over here now to pick up the gold. Hopefully none of this stuff empties out in here. I don't think it will. Let's go ahead and get that gold auto-loaded on there. That works out great. Got the gold loaded up. Let's go get that put away in storage. Well, this does not look full, but it's actually full, and I'll show you why here in a second. First, I want to thank y'all so much for coming back. Here's the reason why. It's maxed out right here. It's distributing over. That's a little bit of an issue, so I went ahead and got a mod, thanks to some of y'all out there commenting multiple times saying, use the upgradable factories mod, and I've always kind of been scared of it. So I went ahead and got it. Just for this episode here, episode 45, on our journey from $0 to $100 million. Let's go ahead and upgrade this, and I'm really excited about using this mod. Upgrade that. Where did it go? Oh no. Okay, I guess I put a 2 in it possibly. Okay. Ooh, gosh, I was so worried. Let's see if that keeps up with it. So this does go in alphabetical order. I guess it goes in number order now also. That's a little bit of an issue, I think. But it's pretty cool how I can just upgrade the factories now. So if I run into any issues with there being red bubbles or anything like that, I'll go ahead and upgrade the stuff I need to upgrade. Now this right here is actually having a hard time keeping up with the amount of empty pallets and barrels coming out. So I might actually upgrade it too. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and work through this upgrade thing real quick. Now the big silo we're going to leave there. I don't think I'm ever going to need to upgrade that any. Now the coffee bean raw, this is kind of an issue. If I do upgrade it, it's going to spawn out more, but it's also going to hold more, so I don't know how I feel about that. Let's go ahead and hold off on that for now, because that's kind of like a cheaty type mod that I learned during this series. Oh, cocoa powder's on storing. Let's go ahead and spawn that out so we can catch that and send it somewhere else. Flour, we'll go ahead and catch that. Nope, we're not catching that. We're distributing that. Glad I caught this before I got too far. And that's actually going to distribute over to our main silo and just store for later use or sell. Here's another thing I was really excited about possibly doing with this upgradable factories is upgrading our greenhouses. I think that would probably be pretty cool, pretty awesome, and very, very lucrative. Yeah, I'm thinking I can make a pretty good amount of money if I do that. So saying I think I can make a pretty good amount of money doing that, let's go ahead and do it, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's upgrade it at least one time. We'll do the regular greenhouse we got, and then the, what is it called? A greenhouse hop, I think is what it's called. Yes, here it is right here. We'll go ahead and upgrade that one time around also. Little worried, but I think we'll be fine. I don't know how I feel about this stuff storing. I was kind of thinking I could store it all the way up until its best sell time and it won't fill up, but I'm going to go ahead and spawn them out. That way I can move them around and make sure I have enough room for them. Same as my regular greenhouse here. We're going to go ahead and spawn out the stuff that's not exactly doing anything. Just storing for right now. Compost manure issue there. We'll top that off a little more here in a minute. That's part of my daily chores I got to do now. Pallet and barrels, man, this is the thing. This pallet and barrels just constantly fills up. So the one after that is the beehives. Where did that go? Oh, wait, I already upgraded it, right? Yeah, we did. Beekeeping. That's the one after it. Okay, I already upgraded it. We're good. Ignore me. But this episode here, we got this fixed right here. Possibly. Not sure. We also got a finished worker. Don't know what that is, sadly. Okay, it's herbicide. Herbicide's all done now. And not only are we going to make a lot of money from doing these upgradable factories, I'm also going to add a BGA. That's what this episode's about, adding a BGA. From what I understand, the BGA does make quite a bit of money from your animal products like slurry, manure, stuff like that. And we kind of have a lot of it. Even though I'm starting to use them more and more for different things. I feel like we might still have an abundance of it, so I think it's safe to say I can go ahead and put in a BGA. Now, I don't think it makes direct income exactly from a BGA. I'm not sure. I believe it just makes a passive type income, kind of passive, I guess. It makes an electric income, I believe. And we'll see that in a little while once I get it up and going, and I'll show you all where that's at in the finance tab. Here's the BGA mod I'm going to go with. This is the industrial BGA. I don't think I've ever used it, but it's came highly recommended from Rambo Hacker Gaming. So I'm going to give it a try and see if we can keep it running. That seems to be the issue with stuff like this. And looks like it also takes some straw. Not a bad idea there. And I might end up having to actually buy some of these products to keep it running. Here we go. Final product right here. Let's go ahead and see what all it takes and start getting stuff over here. Great news is this thing even makes some methane, and that's pretty good because we need the methane for the gold production. I might be able to shut down that methane production and just work off of this, possibly. I don't know yet, but let's see here. We got slurry, manure. What else we got here? We can make just other products besides electric. That's kind of what I'm going after here. I'm trying to make the electric charge. silage and slurry. Not bad. I want to keep my silage though. Looks like we're going to lean towards the slurry. Let's go ahead and activate this. Slurry will start coming over here. Only holds 500,000 liters. Now the electric charge, that's the thing. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that, how I'm going to handle that. Not sure yet. We'll see once that gets almost full. Maybe I'll keep it here storing until best sell time, then just set it on selling. I don't even know what the value is, but I believe I make money through the finance tab also. We'll look at that. Underneath finance tab, it says biogas plant income. Got nothing there now because I just put it in. I don't know if the money will automatically come here, as I don't know if the money will show up on here automatically like other biogas plants do, but this one seems to be a little different and it might just show up under harvest income or product sold or something like that. I don't know. We're now at the end of the month and I'm just looking into this production, seeing if I'm good to sleep through the month. I think I am. We still got plenty of slurry coming over here, just not moving very fast, I guess. And we got plenty of capacity to hold. Now, as far as the finance tab goes, it's not showing anything right here underneath biogas plant income. Maybe that will show up once I sleep, or maybe that will show up once I actually sell off the electric. I believe the ones I've used in the past, which is very rarely, they have the electric charges sold off automatically. And that's why that biogas plant tab is right there. It is now 8 in the morning. August with 3.6 million in our bank account, and let's look at that finance tab real quick. Looks like nothing to the biogas plant. That's interesting. I guess I have to sell that off myself. No big deal there. Let's see how much it's worth and when the best sell price time is for it. Electric charge right here. I have no sell point for it. That is very interesting. I guess I don't know. It does say March is the best sell time. Don't know what my current value is. Don't know how much I'll make if I sell it off right now. Looks like that's just something I'm going to have to set on selling at all times, possibly. I have went through this list here 2 times already, and this is my 3rd time through, and I cannot seem to find the electric charge option in here. I'm hoping it'd show me a high and a low value, but I just can't seem to find it in here. So that is definitely looking like something I will set up on selling automatically at all times. I don't think it's really worth saving, I guess. I mean, I guess I got an idea. I could save it till March. But if the price doesn't change, it's really not worth it. Yep, I decided electric charge, that's being moved over to selling. We'll see exactly how much money we get for that over the next hour. And I'm kind of interested in that. Let's go ahead and skip over to the next hour. Even though I got a lot of work to do, I am going to bump it down to 1x speed because I got a lot of work to do this month. And there we go. We went up to 3.8 million. Not 100% sure where I started. I think 3.3. That sounds about right. But all that's gone. It's just going to keep selling off each hour. And now what is all that work I got to do? Well, funny you should ask. I know y'all asked, right? It's actually a grass field. Not too bad, right? I think this grass field right here. But there's also some other stuff besides the grass field. Some stuff I've never really harvested much of. We got sunflowers over here. We also have sugarcane over here. And then cotton's actually next month, but I'll go ahead and show y'all. Cotton growing over here. Nothing worth planting right now. So I'm not even going to worry about planting anything. Got to worry about harvesting the sunflowers and the sugarcane. We'll worry about that later. I got some other projects to work on. Got one mower already off and going. I'm going to go ahead and set this one up in the middle like I've been doing previously. Now I do have another grass field, but it's not exactly quite ready to mow, but I may go ahead and mow it anyways, get it on the same cycle as this one, and just kind of do all my grassland care in the same month instead of having to do it every single month. It's still up in the air. Most likely I'm going to mow it. Here's the other grass field I'm talking about right here. It says ready to harvest 3 of 3, but that means I still got one more stage for it to go upwards as far as growing. And it's not that big of a deal if I mow it right now. At least I don't think it is. And I may end up doing that. Possibly buy some more mowers. Let's just get like 10 of them. Have a whole mowing garage. I have just left this harvester and header just sitting out here the whole time ever since last time I used it. And I don't feel too bad about that. But we're going to go ahead and drop off the header here and get us a new header for sunflowers or sugarcane. I don't know. Let's see what kind of header options they come with for this piece of equipment. I'm pretty sure I got both options available. Here we go. Looks like I got this Titan corn header here. It's obviously does more than corn. It does sunflowers. You can tell that in the bottom. Now there's a trailer that goes with it. I'm not going to worry about getting that. And of course, I'm going to get the unrealistic one. I don't care about going 60 miles an hour. That's definitely not going to work. But I would like to at least do 20 or 30. We'll go ahead and purchase this. And of course, we'll go with some sort of crazy looking colors. I like that green. That's pretty nice. Oh, that's actually looking real nice. I like this. Now, I can change the working width to 50 meters unrealistic. Not going to do that. I'm going to keep it the way it is. I hate whenever the working width goes outside of the header. Now, if the header unfolded to 50 meters, yeah, I'd probably do it. Ain't going to lie on that one. Let's go ahead and buy this $69,000. That's ours. I didn't realize it at the time, but it looks like this tractor has quite a bit of green and pink to it also, huh? Maybe I got a little theme going here. Or maybe that kind of influenced my decision not making on the color picking there. Looks like the first mower is all done, and we'll go ahead and send that over to the other field, get a course created over there. And I'll most likely create that course a little bit differently. I'll create it where these mowers run side by side and not where I have to kind of split them in there, I guess, like I've been doing with this one. Yeah, I think that works out pretty good. Here is one other issue I want to go ahead and take care of. It is this pallet storage over here. It's got 172 out of 250 pallets in there. That doesn't seem like an issue right now, but it definitely is because of this right here. And this ain't it. This right here. Yes, that is stacked 4 high, 3 deep. That is a lot of pallets. And I want to get them all over there into our shipping hub type thing. I wanted it to be a big, huge, phenomenal shipping hub build video type thing, but it was kind of weak. So it's time to build it up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and do that real quick before I start moving all this stuff over off camera. Let's go ahead and delete this building here. I'm tired of the decoration look to it. It's serving no purpose at all. That is gone. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of these. This does hold 1,000 pallets. I mean, it's pretty small, really unrealistic kind of capacity, but I mean, who said we're playing with realistic capacities around here? I'll go ahead and put one in right there, and I'll even put in another one right over here. Let's see if I can line it up pretty good. Highly doubt it. It's never going to be that perfect. There we go. Add a little bit of concrete to the ground, and it's good to go. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody, to episode 46 on our journey from 0 to $100 million. Just finishing up this grass field mowing. Now we got to pick up that grass and actually send this mower over to another field to get it going on another mowing field. Pretty excited about that. Also, this episode I really want to focus on some new harvests that I've never done on this series, and I haven't done much of on this game in general. I mean, I've done a little bit here and there. We're going to harvest some sugarcane, also some sunflower. Now, what are we going to do with that stuff? Well, I mean, y'all might be able to think and figure that out. It's pretty simple. It's going to end up being sugar and possibly oil. I don't know what else the sunflowers could be used for. Well, here's my fields right here. Off to the right is the sugarcane field. Off to the left, or straight ahead in front of this harvester, is the sunflower field, and that's what we're going to start up harvesting here because I've already got the header. Now I got to figure out the sugarcane equipment and get that stuff purchased here in a little bit. Looking into the sugarcane technology, I don't have much to choose from. This is not looking good at all. Now, I'm not sure if I have anything out there like this Colossus Root Harvester. Does it do sugar cane? No, it does not do sugar cane. Oh my gosh, that's not good. This one right here should do some sugar cane. Right there, there's sugar cane. I like it. I really like this setup here. I am using it on my other series. Speaking of my other series, make sure y'all check that out if you haven't already, and I'll probably remind you at the end of this episode too. This is a setup I'm going to go with right here. This is actually off of Mark Thor's Discord page, so y'all might have a hard time finding it. I don't think it's on the mod hub. It's going to cost $291,500. We'll buy that. It has 1 million liter capacity, and of course the header that I can get is awesome because it's a 16.7 meter header, and this one actually spreads out, and that's one thing I always talked about. I don't want to use something if it's got an overhang on the header, unless the header actually unfolds or spreads out. And this one does. As you can tell, right there, really big. Let's go ahead and change this color to something. You know what? That looks good right there, I guess. $60,000. We'll buy that. Looks like the sugarcane harvest is off and going now. This is a huge width, huge capacity, 1 million liters. I'm kind of worried that 1 million liters might actually not be enough. We'll see. It'll give me a notification saying it's full, but I got some other work to do. Let's go ahead and jump over to a tractor and finally start picking up some grass. I feel like it's been forever since I've picked up some grass. There's one issue I'm kind of running into. I don't think I have enough tractors to do what I want to do. Now, I guess I don't need this large tractor to just pull around the slurry tank, so I can use a different one for that. And you know what? That will solve my problem. Still going grabbing slurry, dumping it off in the silo. That's kind of what I'm doing there. This one will need to go pick up our pickup wagon, which is over by the sheep. We'll go ahead and hit sheep, drive over there. You'll find it whenever you get there. We'll go ahead and jump into this vulture here, utilize it to move around this slurry. I'm not sure exactly how much more I got over there, but I'm sure I got some over there. Even though I don't have the grass picked up quite yet, I'm gonna go ahead and start up the liming and the fertilizing over here. And I think the grass should be fine. As long as I don't roll, it should be fine. I'll be picking it up here pretty soon though. Getting pretty low on the solid fertilizer here. Might have to run this into town, and speaking of running it into town, I should probably just go pick up that solid fertilizer and bring it back over here instead of making this trip into town. Looks like the sugarcane harvest is all done. I missed a little spot right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. And this little spot right here gives out quite a bit of liters, especially with how many liters something like this makes, so I really want to go ahead and get it. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it again. Honestly, it might have been a waste buying this. I'm going to go ahead and get it unloaded into this grain trailer here, headed into town, and utilize it for something. Not sure what yet. We don't even have a production for it quite yet. Sunflower harvest is also all done. Don't got much there, only 38,109 liters. Now we'll go ahead and take that into town to the oil factory. I think that's the only thing I can really use sunflowers for. I don't know. Let me know what y'all use the sunflowers for. It was just kind of a random crop, want to do something different. And of course, make some sunflower oil. I don't think I have an actual mod for sugarcane, so we're going to go to the base game 1 sugar mill. Hopefully all I need is that sugarcane to make sugar. I didn't notice anything in my mod folder right now. I guess I could find one. Let me know what y'all recommend for sugarcane production. As far as harvesting sugarcane, what should I do with it next? Y'all got any mod recommendations? Please let me know down in the comments. I'll see about adding that in a future episode. But for right now, we're going with this Glenwood sugar mill. Base game 1. Wow, never thought I'd use base game stuff. Just kidding. Gonna go ahead and pull into the sugar mill here, and I got a feeling this is not gonna hold all of this sugarcane. I really doubt it will. Let's go ahead and empty out what we can here, and why is it not giving me an option to empty out? What did I do wrong? Okay, there it goes. Woo, man, I was worried. Let's see how much it takes. I might even just upgrade this factory multiple times until it takes it all. Well, that surprisingly took a lot more than I thought it would. We'll take a quick peek in there and probably upgrade it so it can hold it all and I can get this tractor and trailer free to do other things. Looks like it holds 360,000 liters of sugarcane. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. Let's see how much it holds again. 88,000 increase. We'll go down to level 2 sugar mill. That holds 720,000. Now that is actually enough for what we have, so that's perfect. Let's go ahead and empty it all in there. This is on storing. We'll set it on distributing, and of course it's going to go back to our big silo. Kind of safe for now. Best sell time, possibly a later product, is what it's looking like though. Fertilizing all done over here on grass field number 1, and I guess there's a grass field number 2, but that's actually called field 2, or field 10, my bad, not field 2. So field 1 and field 10 are both our grass fields now. We're gonna head to this over there, get it fertilized, and somehow I still had quite a bit of fertilizer left over. Probably go ahead and head in town after it's done, top this off, and definitely look at getting that fertilizer over here somehow. I keep talking about it, but I don't do it. Just finished topping off the sheep here with some grass from that first harvest, and I'm not actually done here. I did mention earlier in one of the episodes, cotton or wool, and I kind of decided to just go with both of them. So let's go ahead and get another sheep bin in here, and of course do what I'm doing here. Put in that distributor, top it off, all that good stuff, and increase our wool production times 2. At least I think that would be the proper multiplication. There we go. I believe I got the right one put in. Went ahead and put in the wool distributor. Let's go ahead and top this off with some grass. We don't have enough here. If I did put the right one in, it's going to take all this grass and not be enough to top it off. And looks like I do have the right one. I'm going to go ahead and get some sheep in here before I go pick up the grass on the next field. Now this next grass field is not a full harvest, so I'm really interested to see how much it gives me, but also I got to keep in mind that it's not the full harvest. Now what did I do over here with these ones? Those just plain straight white ones, don't know what they're called. Let's go a little different here. What is this? What did I get last time? I got the bin theme or something like that. We'll just go on down here to the Stinchkoff. I have no idea. We're going to go sheep female. Yeah, that looks good to me. And of course, we're just going to go ahead and buy 250 of them, top this bin off. It's going to cost $48,611. Now, there you go. Y'all are fed. Y'all are full. Let's go ahead and get this distributor working also. Now, I really hope that that new sheep bin back there does help out quite a bit with making fabric, which is going to make us clothes, because that's really what I'm trying to make a lot of money off of right now is clothes. And that's why I'm kind of going towards the whole wool and cotton route, and I may even plant all my fields with cotton this upcoming planting season. I don't know yet. I just wasted all that time coming over here, even setting up a little bit of auto drive route and realizing I don't have any solid fertilizer in there. I believe it's actually all back at my big silo. Let's head over there and grab the solid fertilizer. Took me a while, but finally getting the sunflowers over here. Let's dump that off, get that fired up, and making some sunflower oil. And I'll just go ahead and distribute that sunflower oil over to be held somewhere, possibly, unless there's quite a bit of capacity in here, then I don't need to move it. And no, there's not quite a bit of capacity in here at all. This is not looking good. No big deal though, I'd rather have it all in one area anyways, so we will send it all over here to our big silo. I believe that's an item inside here. Yes, it is right here, sunflower oil, and it is starting to come over here eventually. For the moment of truth, I believe it's all over here, and yes, it is. Let's go ahead and top off our fertilizer here, put it away, because I believe I'm done with it for a little while now. I'm a little disappointed. Really not much picked up here. Only 434,000 liters. Kind of hard to see with that white line on the ground with the white text in the bottom. So I'll read it off for y'all. Now, I really just like to read off the numbers there because I understand a lot of y'all are watching from like a phone and can't see those numbers. So it's easier just for me to read them off versus me having to zoom in on it. I don't know, that's just the way I do it, and that's why I do it. Just finished filling up this new sheep pen here, and we ended up with 200 and nope, that's not 200. That's 23,318 liters left. That's not good or much at all. Yeah, especially since I also use this grass to feed our cows. Well, kinda, I make stuff out of it. Ooh, that's not looking good. Hopefully my cows got plenty of food. Let's take a quick look at that. Cows are currently up there with food to 1.9 million liters. Their yearly food requirements, 1.3 million. I think we'll be fine for a little while. I wonder how many cows I actually got in there now. They keep reproducing. It's all broken up and everything. I think I started with 50. Let's see what we got now. And of course, the easy way to figure that out is run over here and look in the bottom right. It says 152 animals. That is pretty nice. I like that a lot. And we got 200,000 liters of milk, which is pretty cool too. Eventually that milk's going to turn into something else like cheese, possibly, I don't know, butter. Or we're just going to sell it off and make a pretty good profit from it. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 47 on our journey from 0 to $100 million. Now this episode here is going to be pretty fun. I'm going to do a couple of new things that I don't think I've actually done at all. I mean, it seems like a lot of new things are happening on this series, and with me being a content creator, it's kind of sad that I haven't done a lot of these things, but hey. Let's see what those things are. First, we're going to fill this up with, what was it, liquid fertilizer? Yeah, I believe I'm out of liquid fertilizer, which is feeding my greenhouse. So we're just going to go ahead and top this off. Quite a bit of money probably, but while that's filling up there, we're going to talk about what exactly I'm going to do. It might be a little hard to tell, but currently right now I am standing in our cotton field. Growth stage 8 of 8. That means next month we will be harvesting this bad boy. I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know if I've done a cotton harvest on FS22. I really don't think I have. And that's going to be a fun little learning curve for me there because I don't know exactly what kind of mods I have. Might be all base game, but hey, look at that, $180,000 for all that liquid fertilizer. Now that liquid fertilizer is going to go over to our big main silo, and it's just going to distribute over to our productions as needed. Turns out I really did not need to buy that, I guess, because I already had quite a bit from another production that I totally forgot all about. We did add 200,000 liters here, and that takes us up to 615,000 liters total, but now I just switched it over to distributing. We'll see how fast it eats away at that. I did mention selling that stuff off. Wait, maybe? Am I making liquid fertilizer? I don't think I'm making liquid fertilizer. I think I'm making solid fertilizer. That's what I'm thinking. There it goes, there it goes. I'm pretty sure it's solid fertilizer I'm making. And now that I think about it a little more, yes, it is. Okay, scratch everything I just said there. I'm just off in so many directions here. But no, liquid fertilizer, I guess I had it stored over here and just forgot to put it on distributing from a previous silo. Well, that's fine, that's fine. Now let's go ahead and look into seeing what else we're going to do this episode besides the cotton harvest, because that's not it. And we're actually going to go ahead and do our first thing this episode. That's probably in the title. We are back over here in the woods, if y'all can't really tell. Well, you know what? I guess I'm not really in the woods right now too much. I mean, I'm kind of in a big open field inside the woods. But we're going to use this mountainside, cliffside right here, whatever you want to consider this, and that's going to get us some stone. Let's go ahead and take a quick look into that mod while I'm trying to find this mod, because I'm not 100% sure where it's at, but I just want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to James Sweet. He has been on all these videos, constantly commenting and sharing his stories, his ideas and everything, because he's doing the same challenge, and that is pretty cool. Hey, here it is right here, stone quarry. And he did recommend this stone quarry. I'm not sure how I exactly feel about it because it just drops stone, but I do pay a little bit of money for it. So I think that'd be fair, right? Let's go ahead and place this in right here. I guess I can't rotate it the way I want it to exactly. It just snaps on rotation. That is fine. We'll put that right there, I guess. Let me make some sort of road. Okay, looks like I got dirt coming up this way. I'll kind of follow off on that dirt, maybe do a little loop around, because I got to have some sort of trailer over here constantly grabbing that. Ooh, that does not look very tall. I guess it dumps on the ground, which is fine. And now that I think about it more, I guess I would use a auger pipe wagon type setup possibly. We'll figure it out. Let's figure that out together before we skip to next month and do a cotton harvest. But we're going to get the stone quarry in here, thanks to James. And there's a lot of corruption coming from him. I mean, he probably edited the file to do a little fairy dust. That's what he calls it. Pretty funny. I like it. He does a little XML fairy dusting on his stuff, so definitely speeds everything up. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. But that right there should do the job, I think. Let's see if I can figure this out a little more. Get some trailer over here, maybe a dedicated trailer, dedicated truck, possibly? I mean, we do have a semi sitting over here that's not doing anything anymore. So that's looking like a good idea. You may be wondering what I'm doing back here at the farm. I'm still working on that stone quarry. I just got sidetracked, totally sidetracked. Let's go ahead and not go into that build menu. Let's go into this purchase menu here. Looking under the used vehicles, there's something on sale. I think I should probably take advantage of this now before it goes away. Yeah, I believe this is for cotton, I think. Hey, look, even down there at the bottom, it is cotton. Let's go ahead and purchase this. This is a mod. I believe I got this a while back with cotton on my mind and everything. Ooh, glad it's on sale though, man. That is expensive. 394,000. What is that? 56% off? Oh man. How much is that? Not 56% off. What? You've got to be kidding me. Anyways, hey, this is what it comes as. I like it. I'm going to add a number to it, possibly, because I see cotton being a huge job for us, so maybe one of these is not going to be enough. And what is this? I guess that's the bell collector part for it, and kind of looks like it's a round bell. I know, I think it's going to go pretty great. Let's go ahead and buy this, $39,328. Little sidetrack there. But it's going to sit over here. That's what I'm doing over here. I just wanted it to be delivered over here. Now let me get back over there to this area right here. Put down my shop delivery mod thing over here again, because that's what I did previously and got sidetracked. Now I am looking for some sort of trailer, and I saw this right here. I was mentioning some sort of belt system, auger wagon, not wagon, but pipe or something to get the stone off the ground. Don't know if that would do it or not, but $2,400. I don't know why I'm crunching numbers over here, because I don't think I really need to with the money I'm making. Well, y'all may have been able to tell I had a semi next to me, and I was about to go with a semi-trailer, but I'm just going to change it up. I'm going to get a dedicated truck with some sort of rear attachment type thing on the back of it. Or stone, I think that's an option. Oh gosh, now I think about it more. I don't know if that is an option. Either way, let's buy this, $30,200. Then we'll come in here, hit combination, and there it is, tipper right there. 108,000 liters, I believe, is exactly what that 108.2 M to the third power thingy is. And we'll do that. Let's see here. We'll go Unreal right there. Yep, it goes up to that 108.2. And then, of course, let's go through here and see what else this stuff is. Maybe I'll get something. Maybe I won't. Looks like there's really nothing else worth worrying about or getting, except for a nice little color change to it. But this is going to cost $26,750. That is ours now. Let's put those together. See if this works. Just dump it in there automatically. It looks like it's going to fit under it. That is a plus. But will it dump in there automatically? And no, it will not. That's not good. Which, I mean, that can actually be fixed pretty easily. Let's go ahead and get one more thing to pick that stuff up off the ground automatically. Over here under belt systems, I'm going to grab this thing right here. And funny thing about this, I watched a video come across TikTok. There's a raccoon that kept jumping into the end down here, getting shot all the way up here, dropped out onto the ground, and then it just keep running back and doing that. Let me know if y'all seen that video. It's pretty funny. If you haven't seen it, look it up, because it's pretty funny the way the raccoon was just having fun. Going all the way up, it dropped, coming back, doing it over and over again. But we will buy this $18,500. Man, these things go so fast. I love it. 3 miles per hour. Now I'm backed up to it. I don't want to get right on top of it because I believe that pile will get bigger. From the mod description, I guess it holds like 23,000-ish liters on the ground, I believe. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Stone on the ground did disappear because it's inside here now, but it's got nowhere to dump quite yet. And what am I doing? Wrong button. Okay, there we go. Jump over here. Let's drop you right there, and it should just automatically keep coming in here. So there was a little bit on the ground a second ago, and it disappeared because it came through here. So this should work. I don't know. I think I got to come over here like every day and turn that on, or every time I get back on. Not every day, but every time I get back on here, I believe I got to turn that on. Well, let's see how well this works out. Nice little passive stone income. Not really income, but because we're going to use it for something later on, the income will come later down the road. And it does cost like $2,000 a month. I think it's like $1,800 a month. So we'll see if it's even worth it. It might not be. It is now November. Not so bright and early, but it is bright, I guess. That is because I had to fast forward some time to get it a little brighter. But there's some rain in the forecast. That's not until 1 p.m. I think we'll be fine doing this at one-time speed. Let's go ahead and get this over to our cotton fields. Start up the working over there. And man, I don't know how I feel about how narrow these tires are on there. I feel like they should be wider out there. It just seems kind of top heavy. I don't know. Oh well, I don't think it's going to flip over doing 20 miles an hour. Knock on wood. We'll see. If anybody can make it happen, it could be me. Nope. But while this worker's going, I got a lot of work to do in the town. A lot. Moving those pallets, that's a daily chore that's just taking up so much time. But I also got a lot of field work that requires these workers to do it anyways. Or I could do it myself and just end up taking twice as long. That is why I use so much course play, so much auto drive, all that stuff. I should just use the auto drive course over here. Got the worker off and going here, and that's say 16 minutes. I'm not going to worry about putting any unreal speed on there, or real speed, whatever you want to consider it. I'm just going to let it go because every bit of that 16 minutes is going to be spent picking up pallets, and maybe even longer. Just tabbing through the vehicles and notice this right here. This might be a little bit of an issue. I guess it didn't drop out automatically as I was skipping time or anything like that. That's kind of interesting. But it's grabbing it now. We'll see how well this works out. But stone is going up, up, and up. I like that. And it's free-ish, free-ish, free-ish. I like that too, I guess. Not really free-ish. I mean, $2,000 a month for how much stone did I just get? Almost 16,000 liters. Yeah, maybe that's a good deal. Maybe it's not. I know stone doesn't cost that much if I want to go ahead and buy it. Looks like I jumped over here just in time. Let's see how much we got done here. And I wonder if I can empty out a partial bell. That would be something good to know because looks like don't got much, I guess. That's going to be a little bit of an issue. Let's see here. Can I empty out a partial bell? Turn on automatic drop. Okay, well, already there. Reset bell counter. I don't care about that. And I'm not seeing anything. Maybe there's just not enough room on this screen over here or the help menu on the left. Yeah. And also, folding is not allowed while tool is filled. Okay, well, maybe I have to empty it somehow. Let's push a few buttons, see what happens. I'm an idiot. I just am. So you can see in the top right there, it says no field found, whatever, hiring a worker. I'm over here hitting H. I'm like, ooh, look at that. It's changing the help menu. What's going on there? What's this button do? I'm just watching the help menu over there, not the fact that I'm trying to hire a worker. Okay, anyways, let's see if I can figure this out. I looked up a few things, couldn't quite figure it out. Somebody said hit Y after you turn it off, and that does not seem to work. Yeah, no, nothing's working here. Don't know what's going on. But somebody did say, it was pretty funny, I got a good laugh out of it. It said, take a picture of your harvester, cotton harvester, when you buy a brand new, because that would be the only time you see it folded. So even if I could get that partial bell out, it will not fold up still because that 257 liters of cotton that's in there. So I thought that's pretty funny. That's fine. We'll just leave it over here, I guess. I mean, I'm not trying to drive through town with this or anything like that, so I think I'll be fine, but that's something to think about if you are on a tight map or something like that. And if y'all know how to empty this thing out, let me know in the comments, please. Let's go ahead and take that one bell we got over to some sort of production, see how much it actually is too. Pretty interesting in that. It does weigh 2 tons, 10,000 liters cotton, and yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna pick that up yet. I don't think I got a trailer for it. Looks like I might have a trailer for it. Glad I kept this thing over here. Let's try this out. If it doesn't auto load on there, I'm pretty sure I can get it picked up and put on there pretty easily. Don't know if y'all can tell, but in the help menu there, it does say loading type, round bell cotton. As soon as I hit Z to switch it from whatever it was on a second ago, it went straight to that. I guess it knew that's what I was heading for. Looks like it does hold 4 round bells. Hopefully they're all one size fits all type thing. Let's go pick that up, get it into our distributing silo maybe? I don't know. I got to figure out exactly where all that's going to go and set up some more production for cotton now because I haven't had cotton in the past. And 10,000 liters, I don't think it's going to be much or last very long. Here's the first thing I'm going to attempt to do. I'm just going to drive over this, see if it takes it. If it doesn't, I think I can use that global goods transport pallet I got back there on the ground. Because it's not looking like this is going in there. Nope, I don't think it is. Go and slap that back on there. Yeah, nope, not working. Maybe it needs to be lower, possibly? Let's try that. Setting it on there, doesn't appear to be doing anything. Okay, that's fine. Let's try this global goods transport pallet now. Soak it up in there and then dump it out. And no, that's not working either. Jeez, what'd I do with this? I don't know. Does cotton even go in here? Thought it did. Let me figure this out. I never actually planned on having to drive up here, but let's see if this works. I'm really confused at what's going on with this cotton, how to handle it, what to do with it. Oh, hey, there it went. It all went into the granny's knitwear. That works out great. 10,036 liters of cotton in here now. We'll go ahead and open this up, look at that, and start up that production for clothes here too, because we have some cotton to waste. So let's do that. Now, I don't know if that was the best idea putting it all in here. I really wanted to kind of evenly distribute it out, but it's in here. So we're going to live with that. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We are here on episode 48 on our journey from $0 to $100 million. Now, this episode here hopefully is going to get us a lot closer to that $100 million because it's kind of the winter months. There's not much to do during the winter except sell stuff off and make money. That's kind of what I'm looking to do here. We got $2.3 million right there in the top right. I'll take a mental note of that, write it down, whatever, during editing, because we're going to compare that to how much we have at the end of this episode, or at our highest peak. I don't know about the end or not. I'm going to try not to buy anything. I'm going to try to skip through the month, sell stuff off, and yes, that storage is actually full, and it did hold 1,000 pallets, so we're starting to run into a little bit of an issue here. Getting really, really full with those pallets. But let's see what all I can sell off now, and if there's really nothing, let's wait till next month, I guess. Unfortunately, the only thing showing max month is eggs, and we've only got $447 worth. We're not going to worry about that. We're not going to touch that. Let's go through here at the value, though, and see if anything's up there really high, like methane right here. It's up there a little high. I should probably go ahead and sell that, because basically I want to get all the way up to March. Well, January, February, March. Yeah, if I get all the way up to March, I can still sell it in March at best sell time. So I'll hold off on that, maybe get a better value then. Don't know. Most likely not. Canola oil's up there. That's interesting. But best sell time is December, so we'll wait. Solid fertilizer. Ooh, best sell time's March, though. Stones are up there too, but we're not going to sell those off. We use quite a bit of those, and I purchased most of them. Well, here's one. This is what we're going to do right here. We are in, what month are we in? We're in November, I believe. Yeah. Hold up, back up here. November, there we go. Let's go ahead and sell this one off. Looks like I missed it in October, but it's up there right now, 87,000. Let's get all our cucumbers, get that sold off, see how much money we make, and that's it for this month, and I'll see y'all next month, I guess. Now, here's the issue. I got to go through all these and find out where the cucumbers are, if I got any in here. Hey, there's some right there. We'll go ahead and check out all those pallets. There's even more in there, but let's go ahead and go over here and see if I got any, which I probably do. Let's see here. I can probably see in the bottom right. Cucumbers on there anywhere? Nope, not showing it. I don't see it, but that doesn't mean they're not in there because it says other 200 at the bottom there. I'm sure there's some cucumbers in here. Looks like I didn't have many pallets in pallet storage, but there's quite a bit in the greenhouse, and I got that coming out right now. Trailer is full, 54,600 liters. I believe these pallets are only like 700 liters or something like that. But we'll try to get all these sold off in one fell swoop here so I can see the grand total in the top right because I don't like adding stuff up. There we go, $39,221 plus a $4,173 environmental score reward. And all this right here is what we got left to sell off, but I ain't gonna bore you all with that. I just want to see what a full trailer makes out of it. There's one little note I got here in my notes that I need to go ahead and set up some sort of production in here. Here is the production I'm talking about. I can make solid fertilizer from this digestate. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It sounds right. Also, we can make it from manure, but I kind of noticing I'm on a shorter side of manure, and I might be purchasing some soon, but not this episode. So I'm going to hold off on that for right now. Let's go ahead and try it with this digestate, and that's kind of like a passive extra item from one of our other productions, I guess. Our industrial BGA does make some of this digestate. It's got 371,000 liters in storage right now. We'll go ahead and set that up on distributing. Should go over there. Should start making some of that. Now there's also something I could do with methane too, I believe. Never mind, cancel that. I think that was just sell it off. I think it's a good sell price right now, but ain't gonna worry about that. Being in the month of December, best sell price time for stone blocks, stone slabs, and stone statues. Now I'm not sure how the stone statues are gonna load up or how I'm going to be able to sell those off. We'll figure that out. Also, cucumbers are up there in price. Not best sell time, but they're up there in price. And that brings me to the point of I should probably sell it whenever this value is at green, not necessarily the max month, because our canola oil is actually down from last month. And I was like, hey, let's just wait. It should be higher. No, it's not. So I'm going to try to just go ahead and start selling stuff off here. And oh my gosh, I got 1 million liters of grass here. I keep forgetting all about that. I need to put that in the animals or make silage or TMR. My bad. I don't know. So got a few items to sell off. Let's go ahead and work on selling that off. I'm going to go ahead and sell off those stone blocks, even though they're not the max sell price. We'll go ahead and get rid of them. On top of that, we'll hit cucumbers up. We'll even go over here to some of the soup items and the preserved food. Why wait to see the price go down? Lime, that's up there. I don't know what if I should do that with lime or not. I am producing lime, so yeah, maybe I will sell that off. I don't see any issue with that. Solid fertilizer, that's the big one. That's the big one. Now that I kind of got it on a passive making, I believe that's the correct term, I'm going to go ahead and sell it off too. So we're easily going to make over $1 million this month. This just has such a huge mixture of items on there, so it's really hard to tell if I'm going to have a consistent price across each sell on these trailers here. So I don't know. I'm just going to get it all sold off as I can, but let's see how much this makes right here. Got a feeling it's going to be pretty good. I don't know exactly the value of the stone. This might be the first time I'm actually selling off any of these stone products. There we go, $68,676 plus a $7,307 environmental score reward. Still got quite a bit to go, I believe. Maybe another trailer or two. We'll see. Or I'll see. Y'all probably won't be seeing much of it. Here's going to be our large money maker this month. Let's go ahead and see exactly how much we make off this solid fertilizer. Sold off there $922,784 plus a $98,195 environmental score reward. So over $1 million just from that. And I'm really interested, does that environmental score reward show up under the finance tab somewhere? I don't know. I think it's actually miscellaneous. That's what it's looking like, because I don't know what else could be up to 125,000 there. But harvest income 922, 125, and then we also got sold products 268,000. Not done yet, not done. Still got some more to go. But I'm going to refer back to this as our overall recap of the episode and see exactly how much we sold off. Here's a stone statue here. I wasn't sure exactly how it'd spawn out. I honestly thought it'd be a lot bigger, but man, this thing's actually really cool. I like it. Looks like it's just on a basic Euro pallet, so it should auto-load into my trailer. Let's see how well that works out. And then it's going to be kind of funny seeing those stacked, because that definitely would not work out at all. Don't even know if they will stack. And yeah, hey, looky there. The stone statue did go right in there. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and change those over to spawning now, and they can just spawn out with the rest of the stuff. I believe that's the last trailer full of goods to sell off this month. I'll do a little check before I sleep through the next month, though. Head back over to the farm now to get all our lime. Now, the liquid fertilizer is up there. You may notice that, but I'm not going to sell that off. If I buy the product, I'm not going to sell it off. And liquid fertilizer is one product I do buy because it will be a profit no matter what. I could honestly set up a route from this multi-fruit buying station right here to a sell station and just constantly make a profit over and over again. That's not what I'm looking to do. Lime is one product that I used to buy quite a bit of, but now I make it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and sell it off. We're now in the month of January, and I'm seeing a lot of green over there on the max month, but I'm not seeing a lot of green in the value, or at least ones I want to sell off. Now we got the wood chips there. We'll sell that off. Milk. Just not sure what I want to do with that yet. Kind of want to use it for something else, make a later product. Should have probably already done that by now, but I haven't, unfortunately. We might sell that off. Not sure yet. Manure slurry, that's up there. Not selling those. We use those quite a bit. Herbicide, that's something I buy. Not selling that. Stones, that's something I buy. Not selling that. Peanut oil is up there. Let's go ahead and sell that off. Looking like not much is going to get sold this month. Peanut oil and wood chips. Unfortunately, I only have 26,000 liters of peanut oil. Yeah, peanut oil to sell off. And that is it this month. Now, I did mention something about the wood chips, but I'm not going to sell that off because I realized real quick that those are used to make a very highly profitable item, I guess. I don't know how to refer to that, but $42,558 plus 4,528 environmental score. So that's better than nothing, and those wood chips actually come over here to this building right here, kind of in front of me. You know what? Not to confuse y'all because there's a lot of buildings in this picture. This one right here, the wood chips come over here. It actually goes really, really fast through the wood chips. So I'm kind of scared to even sell off a partial amount of my wood chips. But either way, that's going to be it for this month. So let's go ahead and jump over to the next month and see what else we can sell off there. There is an issue here. I cannot seem to get the manure to spawn in anymore over here on this cow barn. That's quite a bit of an issue, I think. I'm probably going to have to end up starting to buy manure, because that's definitely something I need. Trying to get it kind of for free from here, but looks like it's not working. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe if I back out, come back in, it'll work. There's a good possibility of that, because it was working earlier for me. If not on this episode, it was the episode before. Only a couple items here for best selling. That's going to be the preserved food, triple soup, carrot soup, and tomatoes. Now, over here on the right, this says max month for lettuce and strawberries. Don't think I'm going to go ahead and sell those off. I might just wait until a random time throughout the year where they're up there, but let's definitely sell off the tomatoes. Well, selling off those tomatoes, I thought I could get it into like a grain trailer type thing, and I'm pretty sure I've done that before on my $10 million cow challenge on my other channel, but it's not seeming to work here, so I'd have to check out pallets, and to check out pallets is 552 pallets, and they actually come out 2 at a time, which is an issue. Yeah, this is a pretty small spawn area, maybe 4 at a time, because I got a mod that stacks them, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just set it up on automatically selling and take a little hit on the distribution feed or whatever it's called. Finally, in the month of March, winter is over, but we're going to get one more thing sold off here, possibly. This is not looking good. This is actually what I was going to go off of how much money did I make, but I think I started in October and it doesn't go back to October, so a little bit of an issue there. Oh well, we can see our grand total in the top right of 4.4 million, almost 4.5, and here's the exact total that we made from the start of the episode to now. Now I'm really still interested to see how much we got here in the sold products and in the harvest income. Oh, I might as well go ahead and add up the miscellaneous too, because, wait a second, what is, oh, okay, never mind, that's still environmental score rewards. Okay, so it's 0 now, there we go. Yeah, I haven't sold anything off this month, but I do got some sold products here. Something is selling off automatically. I didn't think I had that happening anymore, but I guess I do, somewhere in there. After doing the math across all those with the sold products, harvest income, and all that, it comes out to 2.4 million and some change. But also, I believe I'm not adding October in there, so let's just say 2.5 million is what we made altogether in the winter months. Now, there's actually something that is really, really good sell price right now. That's going to make me almost $1 million. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 49 on our journey from 0 to $100 million. I mean, we're getting there, $4.5 million almost. That's looking pretty good. But right now, I need to find the plow. Where is the plow? Oh, hey, there it is over there in the middle of the grass. I guess I just get a little lazy every now and then. But we got a lot of field work to do, and I actually got some planned. I really want to say at the end of this episode, this might be too much cotton. Yes, I mean, I think all the fields, we're going to just go ahead and plant as cotton. Oh man, it's going to be a lot. But a few of the fields do require a good old plowing, and we'll go ahead and start working up on that. And then, of course, start working up on some planting. Might even go ahead and get a new tractor to the farm here. That way we can get both the seeders going, because I don't think I got two large tractors to run the seeder planter thingies. But first, the rain is kind of an issue. Let's go ahead and skip to the rain stops. I believe that's like 10 a.m., maybe even a little bit later. It's fine. It does stop eventually, so I'm not too worried about that. Come on. Come on. There we go. It's now 11:13. It is a little brighter. And I think the rain's supposed to stop, but let's see here. It's not. Let's go a little bit further. There we go. Now it stopped. Let's go ahead and do some field work now. Unfortunately, I did forget all about one step. Once the plow started up, I started to notice there were some little things on the field, like stones. So I actually got to go ahead and pick those up too. But, oh well, maybe we'll get more than one tractor to keep this running smoothly, fast, and very efficient. Now we're going to go ahead and start off on our brand new field that we have not put anything on yet, including lime. Oh my gosh, I need to put that lime down first. Well, I don't have to. Gosh, I just keep missing step after step. You know what? Cancel what I said there. We're not started on this field. Let's go start on a different field while this one gets limed. There's a lot of work to do this episode. Looking into buying new tractors now, and there's nothing on sale. That's kind of the bummer, but we're going to go with these cases right here. I really like them. You can customize quite a bit on them, and plus they also go up really, really high on horsepower. Let's see here, 886 horsepower and tons of color options, and that's really what I want the most of, is the color options. That way I can do some crazy colors. But let's go ahead and buy two of these real quick and get them out on the field and get some other work going at the same time. Here's what the first one looks like. We'll go ahead and buy that for $389,000. That is going to be ours now. Here's the second one right here, another $389,000. This is going to be ours. While I got the plow and the planting going, I realized I may be forgetting something else on these fields, which is liming. Let's go ahead and get another one of these spreaders, because the other one I have is currently busy and not able to keep up as fast as I wanted to. But $316,000, we'll buy this and get some attachment for it and just go with random colors. I mean, there's not much I can do with this one for colors, but so far each one's different. Fun fact, I always play with crop destruction on, and I must have forgot something because I definitely destroyed some of that field right there. Oh man, I guess it happens. It happens. Every now and then I was able to free up a second or two to come over here and try to empty out these pallets that's in these production points. And ooh, this pallet storage is getting really, really full. That one's full. Well, the first one was full. The second one there's full. This third one might be coming up on full. I'm actually kind of worried about it. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek in there, because I really want to know that one. See if we got to get another one or not. It is a little over halfway full. In the bottom right there, it does say 554 pallets. This does hold 1,000 pallets. Of course, that's totally realistic. You could easily fit 1,000 pallets in a little building like that. You know, I'm really starting to think maybe I shouldn't pick up the stones, because we've only got 7,041 liters off of multiple fields. Not looking good. Don't even know if it's really worth it. I guess all it really does is it doesn't affect the yield. It just tears up the equipment a little faster, and that really doesn't make a difference at all as far as whether its maintenance is 100% or 0%. I mean, or damage or whatever it is. Maybe I'm done with stone picking. I believe I'm all done with all the lime work, and I have been just buying lime every time it ran out, and it did run out quite a bit of times. Now, there is lime in my large silo. I'm just kind of saving that to sell off. I did use it once though. I'm gonna try to go ahead and pick up all the lime over here. And oh my gosh, where are you going? You shouldn't be going that way. Don't know what you were doing. Looks like you were heading back to the field. I haven't quite figured out exactly why that happens. I think it's because I was still on the field work, on the field, and then I hit, hey, go to the spreader shed, which I guess I really don't need to hit that now because it's actually right next to it. But anyways, prices averted. Converted. I almost said converted. Well, you know what? I just said converted. Now, anyways, let's go ahead and get all these lime bags used, picked up, all the lime out of here. And then once all this is taken care of, I'll just be purchasing it every single time moving forward. Unless I'm next to the silo, then yeah, I'll probably top it off. See, little stuff like this, I really shouldn't waste my time with, but I was trying to line up the front of these pretty nice and well and good and all that. Don't know what I'm saying. Definitely doesn't sound like proper English, but went ahead and got them all put away here, and let's go ahead and move on to that finished work. Looks like this finished worker is the last of the workers on the field. I did run through and make sure they're all good, checked them all. Now, some of them are going to end up having a lime top layer, some of them are not, because I was just not in any certain order. If field work needs to be done, whether it was liming or planting, it got done, whichever one I was closest to. But with this all being done, I am pretty excited. Now, there are a few fields we're going to have to go through and touch up with herbicide, get some of those weeds knocked down, which would be next month or maybe the month after. I'm not sure yet. We do have a nice herbicide sprayer. May have to buy another one. I think there's only 4 fields actually that need that. We'll see how long that one herbicide sprayer takes. But let's get this back to the farm, cleaned up. Oh, wait a second. I'll clean it up just like that. That is absolutely amazing. Now I just gotta get back to the farm and park the what? With all the field work to an end there, let's go ahead and start looking into stuff to sell. I mean, I'm sure I got quite a bit. I mean, scrolling through here pretty fast, there's a lot of greens on that March over there on the right, but I'm more of after the value being green. Looks like our soups are up there. Now, these 2 aren't, but we'll go ahead and sell them off anyways. We'll just grab them all out of the production area and out of our storage. And then herbicides up there, not selling that because that is something we actually buy. Liquid fertilizer, not selling that because we buy that, but solid fertilizer's up there. Maybe we'll go ahead and sell that off. Here's the one I'm just kind of conflicted on whether I should sell it now or just wait, because coffee bean raw, max month March, I don't know if this value ever gets higher than that, but we got $750,000 worth of coffee bean raw. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll hold off on that for now. Let's just go ahead and focus on the soups, the canned food, and even the solid fertilizer. Got all the soup products, and there's still quite a bit to be made, so I don't even know if I got to plant any more carrots anytime soon. That's what I mean by quite a bit to be made. We had a lot of carrots there, but that's a good thing because we just planted all our fields, almost all our fields with cotton, and I'm really interested to see how many acres that is, and we'll see that here in a little while. But that made us $42,258 plus a $4,554. Really nothing compared to our goal and compared to the money we got up there, but every little bit counts and helps, I think. Turns out I'm not going to figure out exactly how many acres these are unless I want to drive all the way around the edge of these fields with course play recording on, I guess. That way it would give me a field and I can see how big it is. I do have a mod that would tell you the size of the field. It's supposed to be in the bottom right, but with these being custom fields, it's not pulling up. We can take a look at the map though and point out all the fields that got planted with cotton. We got field number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, that's 8, 7, 8, 9, and 11. They're all cotton. Now over here in this one that I actually drove through is canola. I actually couldn't remember what it is. I had to run over here and check. Plus our 2 large grass fields, field 1 grass field, field 10 is also a grass field. Ooh, let's go ahead and get that solid fertilizer sold off and decide whether I should sell off those coffee beans or not. Solid fertilizer all sold off there for $48,257 plus a $5,201 environmental score reward. You know, I started up another series pretty recently and I was recording another series and I actually had a penalty on there. And I called it a score reward still because I'm so used to saying reward and just didn't read it. So that's no fun whenever you get a penalty for it. There's one more issue before we decide what to do with those coffee bean raw. I think I noticed this. I need to go through my productions and shut them off. No, I really don't need to do that. Wait, why are they not running? Olive oil or olives should come over here automatically. Oh well. Worry about that later. The main thing I was really worried about was our greenhouses, greenhouse hop and stuff like that. I believe some of them was actually full. Here we go. Yep, this is actually looking full. We got blueberry, raspberry, cranberry. All those are full. Let's go ahead and set those on spawning because they're not best sell time anytime soon. And these are actually going to be a lot of pallets and I'm going to have to clear out a lot of pallets or make room for a lot more pallets because I'm almost out of room over there. Garlic, we'll go ahead and set that on spawning also. Onion, we're not quite there yet, so we won't worry about it. That's kind of looking like, I don't know, it's looking like it's better. Now on to the coffee bean raw. Sorry I couldn't get the acreage thing. Really wish I could have. It would have just took about an hour or 2 to figure out. Maybe one day I will, and I'll write down my notes of how big each field is. But right here, coffee bean raw, current value $767,000. max value is 774,000. So we know it goes over that. We see it over that quite a bit. For example, this carrot soup up here is actually over the max value right now. And we also see it outside of the max month. So really, I would be making an extra $10,000 if I wait to whenever this actually turns a bright green. I'm not really too worried about that because this is a lot of pallets. There's 225,000 liters in there, so that's most likely 225 pallets. Actually, you know what? How much liters is in a pallet? 1,000 liters is in a pallet. So yeah, we got 226 pallets in storage right now, unless it's counting those two on the ground right there. That could clear up a good amount of room without me having to buy any more storage, but we're definitely looking at buying storage, looking at selling those off. Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. We are here on No Man's Land on episode 50 on our journey from $0 to $100 million. Now, honestly, I was hoping whenever I first started the series, looking at episode 50, I didn't think I'd ever make it to episode 50. I didn't think it'd take that long. Also, after a little while, realizing, hey, I'm going to come up on episode 50, I was thinking that would be pretty cool if we was at $50 million, but we're not. So now my next goal is maybe have 100 million by episode 100. I think that'd be a great way to finish it off. Now I'm going to try something here. Don't think it's going to work. Some of these fields do require some weed removal going on. It says weed growing, use a weeder. I don't know if the herbicide sprayer thing would work before the weeds actually grow in. I got a feeling it won't, but I'm gonna give it a test run. That way I can have something actually going on in the background while I'm doing a lot of moving around the pallets and selling of products, because we need some more storage and we need it bad. I'll go ahead and place that down right there and we'll take a quick look at it. Man, what is it doing? Oh, well, it's spot spraying. That's what it's doing. That definitely turned out looking kind of weird. Let's see if it worked though. And no, it seemed to not work. So next month, whenever they actually grow in, I can't go through that. Yes, I can. Next month, when they actually start to grow in, I'll be able to start up a worker here. I don't know if I want to wait till next month because there's a lot of work to do. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and wait till next month. First, let's go ahead and sell off one full trailer of the coffee bean roll, just in case the price drops. I want to at least get one trailer sold off. In the background there, you may see that greenhouse hops thing, building greenhouse hops, whatever it would be called. I probably said it right there with greenhouse hops. And it's got a lot of pallets there, a whole lot of pallets. And we need to take care of that before we skip to the next month, but I really don't want to. The downside of not taking care of it now is the fact that the production is actually full. The greenhouse is full. So they're not going to produce anymore, which I think I can live with for a month, maybe. That's whatever putting it on direct selling might come in better handy, might actually make more of a profit, because times whenever I feel lazy, but man, $265,502 plus a $28,628 environmental score reward. Oh man, that is a lot of money. Okay. What do? Do I just keep selling it? I think I should. Nah, let's go ahead and sleep through the end of the month. I'll be moving all these pallets and selling off those pallets next month whenever I have a worker going on the field. Time to go back to the house and sleep the month away. Now in the month of April, and we are ready to go ahead and start up a worker over here doing some weed control. Now you kind of see my tracks from last month whenever I tried it, and you can see how those weeds are actually still growing in there. I was hoping they would not be there, and I'd be like, oh, that's so cool, I'll start doing it that way. But no, that's not how it works, unfortunately. But this is field 3. Maybe I already have a course saved for it. And no, I don't. Let me go ahead and start up this worker. And there's actually a few other things we need to do this month besides sell off all that stuff. Everything's just so busy on this farm. I guess that's the horrible thing about late game, right? It is time to mow. Both our grass fields are ready to mow, and these are set up already on the course play over here on this field, so we'll go ahead and do this one first. I got no particular order in doing it, except for I don't have to click back and forth on changing the course play, so let's do this one. First waypoint, it's going to go. Looks like this one's set up on the right. If y'all don't remember, this course is actually set up to run with two mowers, two Krone mowers specifically. Guess it really doesn't matter what kind of mowers. There's actually some mowers out there that have a larger width than this one does. Maybe I should look into getting those. You know, I was talking to a few people about the whole upcoming FS25, and I mean, hopefully it's upcoming soon. Hopefully they make an announcement soon. I don't know. But talking to a few people about it and just thinking, like, what would be some really, really cool features to it? And I came up with this idea of like a story mode, kind of like what you see in Call of Duty. And you're kind of stuck with the equipment it gives you. So like maybe through the ages and nice little cutscenes and everything like that, I think would be pretty cool. Don't know if that could be possible, but I don't know. I just thought that'd be pretty fun, pretty cool. And what is going on here? Why is this like an outline here? I don't know. I've noticed it before. Oh well, worry about it some other time. It's probably doing horrible things for me right now. There's something I was going to look at. We got to figure out best sell prices, see if I should even sell off. Oh, I'm in the right screen. We're good. See if I should even sell that stuff off. Coffee bean raw, man, that did drop. It dropped quite a bit. Let's not touch it. Let's save it. I mean, that's fine. I mean, we can keep saving it as long as I need to until that goes green. That's the idea. But it seems like almost every month, this preserved food, carrots, whatever, and soups are always at like max sell price. Always. They're always green. I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's great. Guess I can just keep selling those off every time I grab them. But speaking of FS25 and my idea there, what would y'all really like to see in FS25? I'd love to hear your feedback. It's always fun talking about that stuff. And the more I talked about the change from FS19 to FS22, the more I'm starting to worry about what are they going to take away that we absolutely love from this game. Trying to decide how I want to put this in. I'm just going to go ahead and purchase 2 more of these, 1,000 pieces, 1,000 pallets each. And I do know I won't have enough space for sure, but 2,000 pieces, that might be a little too much, a little overkill. I might only need one, but while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and put them both in. We'll place one right there. Just trying to figure out which way I should line it up. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this, but looks like I decided on this way. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll be able to pull through there and get those pallets unloaded pretty easily because we got a lot of pallets to move. This right here is only one product, and I don't even know if it's all of the one product, and it looks like it is because something else started spawning in. I'm not even going to be able to fill up, what, maybe half of it, if that? Yeah, I don't even think I got half of it. This is definitely going to take a while. I guess the weed removal is really not taking up as much time as I thought it would, because there's only one more field left, and it's this one. Also, I never even cranked up the speed on it. It's just been going at the base speed. Guess I underestimated how long that would take. Also, I believe it does help whenever you got a 40 meter working with, too. Putting this worker out here on the field now to pick up this grass, and that just reminded me of something. The very first time I put this pickup wagon over here, we got 1,000,000 liters. I took it over to my silo. So we have 1,000,000 liters of grass just sitting in my silo. We really need to get that out of there. Start turning it into TMR or feeding the sheep with it or something along those lines. Looks like all the weed control work is done, and we'll go ahead and get this put away for now. Just can't believe how fast that actually happened. Hey, well, there is tons of grass work still to be done and tons of pallets still to be moved, so I'm going to keep going away at it. I still haven't got that grass out of that silo, but it looks like this only gave us, whoa, hold up, 659,000 liters. That's really not much at all, but now that I think about it more, I ended up mowing this whole half right here also. Okay. I was really worried because I was like, man, that meadow grass gave me more. Maybe the meadow grass will give me more, or about the same. I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting to know that. And I did mention that one episode, and I did say, hey, maybe I'll test it, and I never actually did test it. But let's go ahead and use this to feed our sheep. This is not enough. I know where some more grass is. Someone recently did say in the comments that they don't actually save any of their horseplay courses. And I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Not saving it just every time I get to the field. Start up a new one, stuff like that. Because it's pretty fast to start up a new one. But I realized I did that last episode and it did work out pretty good. But, once again, there was actually a huge benefit to it. Let's go ahead and see that. Now, I want to send this fertilizer sprayer over here to this field right here. Now, it's nowhere near there. I don't want to drive it all the way over there because I got other stuff to do. We'll click on field 10. We're going to hit FERT, or we're going to hit load course. We're going to hit FERT. It might have already been on there. I don't know. And then we'll just hit first waypoint, and it will go all the way over there and start up on the first waypoint, because I have an auto drive built into the road too. So a few other steps there might have to be used for that to work. But it looks like it should work eventually once it starts moving. Come on, don't embarrass me now. I'm telling you, I was so ready to give up on it, but it just took off. Okay, I was about to say, well, it definitely did embarrass me, but no, it took off. For some reason, it's not actually following the road. Maybe this is not 100%, but it's working, kinda. It's going to make it there. I'm going to keep my eye on it and see if it actually makes it all the way, though. There it goes, changing over to the actual field now and starting up, I believe. There it goes, starting to spray. Okay, so I guess it does work. It's just a little iffy. So there's a plus to it. I wish it'd work a little better, but not everything's perfect. No, it's times like these where I have to make a lot of these trips coming over here over and over again that I wish I really should just set these up on selling. Oh, man, maybe... No. And then I guess whenever I sell the stuff off in bulk, it makes me think, hey, it was worth it. Also, I'm thinking it's not worth it. Oh well, I'm gonna keep going away with this. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 51 on our journey from $0 to $100 million. I believe this is going to be a huge turning point for this series. I'm hoping it is. I mean, a lot of this stuff I do might already have done that, as far as planting all that cotton. That might have been the big turning point. But what I'm saying is, I want to put in some more production because I realized this is full. Is it really that full? I can't remember. Yeah, I guess it is full. I guess we got some grass left over. Let's head that into town, make some TMR. I realize I'm spending a lot of time moving around pallets, and I want to cut down on that. And a lot of these pallets, they are from the Dragon's Den production mod. So let's get into town here in a little bit. Look at that. I got a few more things I need to do. Start up some workers on some of these other fields, and then I'll see y'all in town. Here's a little bit of an issue that might happen. This might not all go inside here. And wow, I got a lot of stuff checked out right there. Okay. Guess I need to move those pallets. I don't know what I was thinking last time around. But yeah, that trailer tractor off to the left there, that had 1 million liters in it from our main silo hub. And hey, took all that great. I mean, I guess it's a good issue to have as far as we're about to make a whole lot of TMR. Here's the production here. We got a little over 1.5 million liters grass in there. That's going to turn into hay and silage, and that hay and silage is going to turn into TMR, which is feed for our cows. I can't exactly remember why I got these spawning now, but ooh, look at that. Those should have fell right out. The reason I want to put in some more productions is to minimize me having to move these quite a bit. Now, these have nowhere to go as far as a next production. Let's get in that next production for them to go somewhere. And there's a lot more inside this Dragon's Den production mod that we have not actually touched, even though I'm using quite a bit of it. But that's what we're going to do this episode, add more of that and automate more of it, which equals more money, right? Looking through some of these mods, I'm realizing I think I got a long way to go before I can actually do anything with these, but I do feel comfortable to say I could probably do the fruit processing factory. I'm going to go ahead and put in every single Dragon's Den mod that I am missing. Take a look inside of them. I haven't used them all, so I don't know. I'm going to take a look inside of them and see what all I can get going over there. But the reason I say I could probably do this fruit processing factory is because we make all that fruit right over here inside this. The only issue is that sugar cubes at the end there. I don't think I make much sugar. we may just buy some, but let's go ahead and start getting all this stuff in. I'm just going to do a pretty big build right over here, I guess. Take up all this area through here, maybe even a little bit back here. We'll see what happens. Oh man, I just spent a lot of money. This may have been a mistake. I don't know. There's so many productions I got in here. Got a dairy over here. Even got a new sugar mill in here, which I'm kind of excited about because it takes honey, and we got a lot of honey. If honey can turn into sugar, that just solves our sugar shortage issue. Pretty excited about that. So I made that mistake putting in the base game one. Forgot I had the Dragon's Den one. Rambo Hacker Gaming pointed it out to me, and I noticed it in editing. Smokehouse stuff over here too. Butcher, some smokehouse. Pretty excited about that. This is some syrup factory, I believe. This right here is fruit processing. I believe that's the one I said I know we can run right now. Rest of them are kind of up in the air. We got a bakery over here, even another bakery over here. It's called the Aftershock Bakery. A little more advanced stuff, or a little more extra stuff, I guess. And I actually couldn't buy it all. I am missing this building right here, the Dragon's Den, the Factory 2. Don't got it. Don't have enough money for it. $1.5 million. Yeah, I did have enough money to buy this $1.2 million one, which is right here. That's crazy. But yeah, quite a bit of stuff here. I'm pretty excited to get into it. There was something I didn't use. Okay, it's the spinnery. That's what it is. The Dragon's Den spinnery. I did not run with this one. We are using some of these from, I guess. Wait a second. Oh, maybe it's this one right here. Okay, I guess I am using the Dragon's Den spinnery at some point because we need that wick. But I didn't get this one or add another one. We got another spinnery coming up pretty soon. Somebody did recommend one. And I'm going to give it a try because we obviously got a lot of cotton coming up in the future. But yeah, let me connect all these somehow to the main road, make it drivable through because I'm going to have to actually drive quite a bit of pallets through here and unload it. For this big old one right over here. And what is that? Oh, that's a rock. Okay. Does look kind of weird. That's a winery. Yeah. We're going to make some wine. Chris Stewart might be happy about that one. Here's a little flyover of the kind of finished product, I guess. It's good enough. It's going to do the job. I'll probably end up just driving across the grass, to be honest with y'all. A lot, especially like right over here. I got a semi already out here on the grass. Yeah, it's no big deal. Let's go ahead and get a few of these fired up, see which ones I can get running to 100% capacity. Like I mentioned, this one right here, this fruit processing or fruit juice one, I believe takes a lot from here. Let's see if that's true or not. I'm going to start there. Well, here's a couple of the products and everything I can make. I believe I do have all this stuff already. Well, most of it at least, let's put it that way. And there is an issue. It's requiring sugar, obviously. Let's start with the sugar, and then we'll come back to this one. That is what I am talking about right there. I don't think we're going to have any issue with sugar moving forward because we can make it from honey. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Priority 1 for honey. Come over here. And then we'll go ahead and set the sugar on distributing. And that's going to go places also, which I believe I already have it coming to my large silo. And yes, I do. Got 144,000 liters in there. Pretty nice. Like it. Love it. This is looking amazing. Looking back into this fruit processing factory, I'm looking through right now, seeing apples, blackberries, all that stuff right here on the right. And like I said, I believe I got it all. That should be everything inside this Dragon's Den large greenhouse hop right here, which is awesome. And got a bunch of red bubbles there because we're out of compost. I got some. I just need to refill it. Now let's go ahead and make sure these change from spawning to distributing because they got a place to go now. Every single one of these blueberries, raspberries, cranberries, they're all going to be turned into some sort of juice. I don't know about pumpkin. I'll try to confirm that one. Looks like pumpkin does come over here. There is one that does not come over here, which is hops. I believe I'll need that for alcohol. Hey, that's fine. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, no, it definitely comes over here. It's going to start coming over here. Water will start coming over here too. I believe everything will start coming over here. That is awesome. I'll just let it kind of run on its own. Well, you know what? I got to turn it on. So let's do that real quick. We'll make jam. We're making it all. It runs in parallel. It's kind of hard to see right here. There's 2 lines going up and down. So what that means is this will run 240 cycles. This will run 240 cycles and so on. Now I don't have any exact priority of how I want this stuff to run. Just going to run it all. Apple juice. Sweet. Wait, do I got apples? That might be something I don't have. One thing I'm not going to worry about activating right now is the raisins. I want to use the grapes for grape juice. I feel like those are probably more value, most likely. But apples, do I got apples? That's the $1 million question. No, I do not have apples. That is a different greenhouse thing, which I planned on actually adding because some of these productions don't quite have their required products up front. You know, there might actually be quite a bit more that I don't have besides just the apples. Looking down here, I believe I needed cherries, lemons, all that stuff. We're going to add 2 things here. We're going to add this large orchard and this maple tree. We will need that maple syrup, I guess. There is a production here that's going to require that. So let's go ahead and get those added in. Yeah, I believe that's all I'll need because I already got the greenhouse hop, got the greenhouse, orchards. Let's get these orchards in and we'll be moving in the right direction. Yeah, it turns out I was missing quite a bit out of this orchard, so I definitely had to get it. Apples, cherries, lemons, orange, pear, plum, peach. We're going to need all that. Going to go ahead and fire up all these productions here. I'm going to do a little touching up on these. There's a lot that goes into this. I don't want to just leave a whole episode on this screen. I realize I leave a lot on this screen. Don't know if that even makes for good content. I don't know. But let me go through, get all these as active as possible, and I'll give you all a little recap. We are completely out of compost. A little bit of an issue. I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of manure. Bring it over here manually. I don't have anything coming over here. Yeah, it's deactivated right there, manure. I didn't want all my manure coming over here because I use that to make some solid fertilizer, which I believe is quite a bit more profitable than compost. But I need compost to kind of keep the stuff running and going. Or I could just use manure. I think the compost is better. I don't know. So let me go ahead and get that over here. I said I'd bring y'all back whenever I'm done with it all, but no, I just wanted to give a reason for why that money up there is probably about to completely disappear. I'm just going to let this run while I go through touching all these up, and I got a feeling all that money's going to be gone. I realized something, the manure's not going to make me broke. It's going to be these seeds here, because while going through the productions, I noticed a few of our beginning productions, like for the wood, is missing seeds, and it was actually missing a lot of manure too. So let's go ahead and blow right through all our money right now. I should probably save some. Come on, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and stop it right there. Right around $50,000 left in our bank. I mean, I'm sure it's going to go up, but it's not looking good. And of course, I'll use this distributor here to get to our productions, because not only is there one production that's missing seed, I think there was like 2 or 3. Turns out, once again, I'm an idiot. I had plenty of seeds already in here, 521,000 liters. Well, I just added whatever we had there, but yeah, I just didn't have it on distributing. Problem solved now. And I'm broke. I believe I'm coming up to the end of all these productions here, and there's a lot of them that just require stuff we don't have, such as butter and eggs, I guess, for an example. We got plenty of milk and some flour. So I'm not exactly going to fire these up quite yet. Maybe eventually. Really just looking for the ones that kind of run on their own as a little passive income every single month. I believe it's finally time we start using the milk out of here. 274,000 liters of milk. That's a little bit over one of these containers right here. I'm gonna go ahead and run this 200,000 liters over to our large silo, start distributing it out if I can remember, and it's gonna be used to make some butter and some other milk products or things that require milk. Believe I got the last of it running, stuff that required milk, and noticing, hey, this takes some sheep and goat milk, possibly? Maybe we'll tap into that market a little bit, possibly, I don't know, sheep cheese, goat cheese. I do got ice cream, yogurt, cream, and butter being made. Pretty excited about some of that. There is still one production that I have not touched that's going to require quite a bit of my time, I think. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 52 on our journey from $0 to $100 million. Now, last episode I left y'all there, seeing if y'all could kind of guess what this one's going to be about, and we need a little bit of money to do that. So let's go ahead and sell off this lime. Believe it's a pretty good value. Right here, it's showing 1.5 million liters. There was 1.6 something with the greenish value here, bright green. So that means good sell price. So let's go ahead and get all that sold off, make a little bit of money, quite a bit of money, and then purchase something to do what we need to do this episode. Here's the thing, lime's still filling up, at least I think it is, and I'm gonna go through, pick up these pallets, but I also went ahead and disabled all these pallets spawning out. I think I did that a little while ago, and I made a few other changes. I'm not gonna be manually moving these pallets anymore. If they are done, they are getting sold off. So for example, these greenhouses right here, they got nowhere to go afterwards. They're automatically just gonna get sold off from now on. The big one is going to be this right here, and the coffee beans right here. They will get sold off automatically. So we're actually going to see some pretty good income whenever I roll over to the next hour at 1 o'clock. Thinking about doing it right now. Ain't a bad idea. Let's try it real quick. And here we go. Took us up to $115,000. Now, of course, I'm not making the most profit out of that because it's not the best sell time and I lose some money doing a direct sell. But this is taking a huge amount of time right here doing this over and over again, so I don't want to do it anymore. Now, there are a few items I'm actually going to keep and not sell off quite yet. Those are the items that have like a bulk to it where I can ship it back to our bulk storage that holds 5 million liters. Then over time, I'm just going to slowly start bringing it over here, getting it sold off. Now, this is everything I just went through and picked up now. Don't even know what all's on here. Let's take a look. Looks like some pepper things. I'm not sure, but we can actually just go ahead and sell it off. I'm not going to worry about it. What am I going to do with all that free time now that I'm not moving these pallets around? Well, it's still going to be pretty well wasted as far as moving stuff around. We're going to trade out this trailer for a different trailer, and that's actually what's going to bring us to the question I asked last episode. If y'all know what this episode was going to be about, gave you a little hint. Check out the $10 million sheep challenge. We're going to do something with moving some animals around. We're going to go ahead and get this Wilson Silver Star right here. This is part of the Dragon's Den production pack. Really love this trailer. It's got a huge capacity for animals. 832 chickens, 108 cows, 200 pigs, 200 sheep. I don't think it's going to be enough, honestly. Let's just go ahead and buy this. Might buy a couple more. Is there another like trailer hitch on the back of this? I think there is not. And maybe I'll get a couple semis so I can have a couple going at the same time. But for right now, we're just going to buy this one and we'll see how much time that takes. $80,000, that is ours. Finally got all the lime over here, 1.6 million liters. Let's go ahead and get that sold off, see how much money we make from it. All done selling off there, $374,949 plus a $43,625 environmental score reward. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on money now. Started off with not that much, getting up there with a good amount. And I just thought of something. Instead of driving the trailer back and forth from the animal pens to my next destination. Maybe I should get another animal pen close to my next destination and just move them over there. That way the trip's a little slower. And I'm not sure if you know where the next destination is for animals, but it is actually this building right here behind me. That is the butcher shop. Yeah, we're going to be butchering off some of these animals and maybe put a few animal pens in here close by so I don't have to travel as far. Here's the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is get rid of the male roosters. They're just totally a waste. Or I guess I can say roosters. I'm not sure. I'm sure a hen can identify as a rooster in 2024, I guess. But anyways, let's go ahead and get rid of this rooster. Well, all of them into the trailer. Get them over to the butcher first, and then we'll pick some other animals to move around too. Of course, sheep are eventually going to get there, and I got a feeling sheep are going to be our largest ones for a while. Here's what I ended up doing. Got a chicken coop in here. That one's definitely probably way oversized, 50,000 liters. We'll see. But then I also got a sheep pen in here, cow barn in here. These are actually different than the ones I already have. Obviously, the cow barn I have is really huge. This one's pretty small. It's going to work out great. I'm actually going to go through and rename these. I think I can do that right here. This is going to be the cow butcher shed or something like that. Either way, it's going to have the word butcher in it. Butcher cows. Yeah, I think that works out great. Going to do the same thing for each one of these. Didn't end up with much, only 27 chickens. That's not much at all, but it's a start. In the past, I have actually used this butcher mod on some animal challenges, 10 million chicken challenge, I believe, and it actually works out amazing. But I'm pretty excited to try out something besides just this butcher. There's something newer to this pack that I have not been able to try out, or I just never got around to, and that is the smokehouse. This is kind of cool. Apparently I can make smoked cheese also, but let's see what we can make as far as chicken product. Right here we got chicken smoked sausage. I guess we'll go ahead and activate that. We're gonna have to have something come over here, probably some wood chips. Now that I see it like this, what that tells me is I don't think it's gonna come over here automatically. I'm gonna have to bring these wood chips over here myself. That's not good, but let's look a little more into that chicken sausage. I guess we need some of that. Doing the chicken processing, it gives us some chicken sausage right here. We're going to actually go ahead and set that up on distributing because it's got somewhere to go after this. Now, rest of these don't have anywhere to go, so we're going to go ahead and set those up on selling because I'm not holding on to things. There is one thing out there that all these animals should give me, which is animal fat, and that can be used for quite a bit of stuff. So I'm going to set that up on distributing. Not sure where I need it to go quite yet, but I know I need it to distribute somewhere else eventually. I'm trying to solve the issue for why is there a pallet right there? That should not be there. Hold up. This should not be set on spawning. What did I mess up? Okay, that's weird. Should be set on selling. Guess I missed one. Anyways, I'm trying to solve the issue about how to get the fuel to that, what is it, smokehouse. And I noticed with this Dragon's Den mod, like these greenhouses in front of me, or just one of them in front of me, it requires compost / manure, but nothing can distribute over there automatically because it has a slash in it. And looking into the smokehouse here, it's got those slashes in there. So I do not think anything will come over here automatically, but I'm not going to give up on at least attempting it first. So let's go ahead and skip to the next hour, see if anything rolls over here before I go ahead and purchase some wood chips. I mean, I guess I kind of got all of them. Wood pellets, wood chips, planks, and I'm assuming the last one there is wood. It's got a tree on there. It's just not in here on the typing. There we go. Rolled over to the next hour, and I believe our money went up like $100,000. That is pretty nice. Looks like there is materials missing. I can see that in the bottom right. Let's see which ones those are. And unfortunately, that is the fuel needed to run this place. Yeah, let me go ahead and purchase some wood chips. It only holds 200,000 liters. That's an issue, but I think it's an issue I can take care of pretty easily with some global goods transport pallets. I do have plenty of wood chips in storage right now, but those are actually being sent over here to this building right over there. The yellowish color one, making a lot of money from that production. So I'm not going to waste those going to the butcher, even though it's going to make me a lot of money and barely be used any, I think. So let's just go ahead and buy them. Not going to worry about it. And I did say those global goods transport bags will be coming in handy. Let's go get those. I ended up getting right around 700 and some thousand liters of wood chips, quite a bit, and the production only holds 200,000 liters. So what am I going to do the rest of it? It's going to be these right here. They've been sitting around doing nothing for quite a while, and man, I got a tree right there I need to remove. I'll get to that eventually. Probably the day I run into it. With these sitting there doing nothing, might as well just go ahead and use them, and they'll sit over here doing something now. Currently right now is the best sell time for some pumpkins, so I was going through getting the pumpkins. Got some over there and I only had one pallet out of this. But you know what? I'm going to sell it all off. I'm just tired of this whole setup here. Let's get rid of every single thing in these buildings. That's going to be a lot because there's 1,000 pallets in there. There's 1,000 in the other one. There's 1,000 probably between these two right here. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Well, let's go ahead and get it done. Get that money up there because I want to do some stuff with that. But before we do that, let's figure out exactly what we're gonna do with those sheep. That was such a big deal. Looking into my animal pens, they're actually full. So hey, what's that gonna do for me? Really nothing unless I turn on allow overcrowding, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do for these sheep pens. They're just completely full. Let's put that overcrowding on. They're gonna eat through some more grass, which is fine. We got tons of it. And the cows will also be set at overcrowding one day whenever they actually get to full capacity. But until then, I'm gonna go over there and grab all the male cows, bulls, and bring them over to the butcher. I mean, this is my first trailer right here, like $250,000 right there, and I had a lot more trailer pulls, a lot more. Now, the prices are going to vary, of course, depending on what all gets on there. Looks like I had some gold on there. Also realized that these mushrooms over here cannot sell at the sell everything. So is that false advertisement? Not sure. Seems like it. Let's go ahead and get everything sold off here that fell out of the trailer, and then the mushrooms can go to the main sell point on the No Man's Land map. For those of you that don't know, there's a mod out there where you can move the animals without actually having to use a trailer. In the top left there, it says move animals. Can't exactly remember the mod name, but it gives me the option there, and pretty sure it's probably only PC. Don't know though. It could be any of them. But we're going to move over to butcher cows. Let's find all the males, get them moved over there, and then from that pen, we will actually move them to the butcher, which is a lot shorter of a distance. I did learn something. I'm going to have to put in a larger cow barn because at the time, this cow barn was all I could afford, and it only holds 45 cows. I need to at least get one large enough to hold a full trailer, or this is just kind of going to be a waste. And I was like, hey, maybe I don't have that many cows, but it looks like I do because I'm going to have to do this a couple of times. This is one I was actually been looking forward to for a while because it's got hide as an option, and that hide can be used in our clothing factory from the Dragon's Den pack, something like that, one of those factories. So let's go ahead and activate the cow processing and activate the stuff we need to activate over at the smokehouse also, because I believe we're making some beef rib and beef sausage and some ground beef. I don't know if that's going anywhere. I'll figure it out. I believe it is time for me to go through and empty out all these storage buildings over here, which is going to be crazy and going to take me a long time, but I'm not going to keep you all around for that. Let's take a quick look into our finance tab, kind of try to figure out a way to show you all that I'm not cheating a bunch of money in, but it's not going to be 100% accurate because if I was to cheat in money, it would show up under miscellaneous. The issue there is, whoa, why we got a negative on there? I don't know what the negative is, but also we get money from the environmental score reward. It goes here to miscellaneous. So I guess it's kind of going to come down to the old trust thing, but let's see what this number's at right here. We're at negative $2,818,000. Let's see what it's at next month as far as profits. And then here we are right here with $918,000. Pretty excited to see what that number's at next month also. Ooh, man, there's going to be a lot of money here, I think. Well, this is going to take me a while. I'm going to go ahead and knock it out between the episodes here. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 53 on our journey from $0 to $100 million, and I'm hoping to make a big leap to that, towards that $100 million. It's not going to be anywhere near it, I don't think, but we're going to go ahead and load up every bit of pallets I have and actually destroy this building over here. Now, I said I was going to do all this off camera. It was a lot, so I went ahead and brought y'all in, and we're going to make a special episode about selling off all our inventory and seeing what I do with this money. I got some big plans for it. Now, as far as leaving y'all last episode, I left y'all showing some numbers and stuff like that, and I'll show y'all in a little bit after I get done selling everything off. But that building over there is empty, and we're working on another one over there. I ended up doing the math on how many pallets I actually have, and there was quite a bit. 3,350-ish pallets. I mean, it's not perfect. It's just kind of a roundabout guess. I do know I got 3 of those buildings completely full of 1,000 each, plus that 250, plus whatever I had in that last one. So yeah, now it's going to be a lot. Let me get all this stuff sold off, see what our grand totals are, and then of course, let's figure out what we're going to do with that money as far as blowing it. It has been a while since I've experienced this issue here, and I think it's caused by checking out so many pallets at once. What happened here is my trigger button here disappeared, but there's actually an easy fix for this in the Easy Dev mod. I'll show you all that real quick. Y'all didn't know about that. Under here it says reload bell and pallet storage. That is actually what we're going to click, and that is going to do the job. Now, I believe it should work, and we are over here now, and it does not appear to be working. What did I do wrong? Well, maybe I need to back out, come back in, but I remember in the past that has helped me. I guess not now, because it looks like it's not working. Let me go ahead and start working on another building, I guess, before I back out and come back in. We'll see how many of them I break. With me knowing approximately how many pallets I had in storage, I realized that's going to take a lot of trips. That's actually 43 trips with this trailer here, as long as I can get them full, and that's 78 Euro pallets each. Weirdly, I've decided to bring y'all back right now and talk about that because I had a pallet fall out, so I only had 77 here. So right around 43 trips, we should be getting this done if there's no issues like that right there. Getting close to that $2 million, and I just realized there might be an easier way to sell all this stuff, and I'm gonna give that a try. But first, I want to show y'all this huge mess here. Actually, I didn't really care about showing y'all that mess. Really? Just brought y'all back to show this little trick I'm gonna try. We're gonna go into selling points, and we're gonna find the no man's land selling point? Maybe? No? Maybe not. Nah, let's stay away from the no man's land one. Let's go for the sell everything. There's also a sell everything without the buildings. So I'm hoping that I can just spawn this stuff in and it's going to automatically empty out into here. That's the plan. Let's find out if that works. Not sure. Now with this stuff previously being here, I'm sure I got to pick it up first. That would make sense. Oh gosh, it's stuck. Oh gosh, it's really stuck. Well, it's emptying out over there though. That's a plus. Maybe I should have moved this stuff first. But hey, we got some money there. Oh, about $10,000. I'm gonna give this another try. I went ahead and deleted it. Gonna put in a new one right here. Hopefully this works. Let's find out. Spawning those in, and looks like they're actually selling off. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. And ooh man, maybe they're not all selling off. Maybe just the ones on the edges. This might not work at all. New plan. I went ahead and dug a hole, but I did not see that there would be water. I did not see that coming. Let's go ahead and see if this works. They're going to dump down into the water. Looks like they are selling off, though. That is exactly what I want. As long as I get my money, as long as they sell off, I am fine with it. Looks a little weird, but it might be a little bit faster. Now let me do this each one of these and just go through selling them off like this. Turns out I really don't have to go down to the water level. Guess I didn't really know what I was doing with that first one, but this should work. Hopefully. Why is it not selling off? Oh, wait, there it goes. Okay. Ooh, didn't see anything disappearing, but yep, let's keep going at it. Each one of these, I'm going to fill one up, just keep hitting that button, run over to another one, do the same thing over and over again on repeat until all these pallets are gone. That's the idea. Hopefully it works. No telling if it will or not, but it looks like it is. You know, with this method here, it's not so bad. Maybe I should just keep getting these pallets. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep automatically selling them off or distributing them over, because even picking up the pallets and moving them over here, that still takes up a lot of time. And of course this is not perfect, but there are a few of these sell points that I managed to set up that actually did pretty good. And I'm sure this would work out pretty good if I put down a couple more and had this stuff leveled out at the correct level. But I got a little bit more to sell off, and these mushrooms, they got to go all the way to the main sell point because they don't sell off here at the sell everything. That's a little bit of an issue, but we're almost done. All done selling it off, we're up to $4.3 million. Now, I'm really interested to see how much those numbers changed because I showed you some numbers at the end of last episode, and I'm going to do a little math, figure out how much some of those numbers in the finance tab did change. But don't forget, stick around because I'm going to blow almost all that money. I'm going to try to blow it all. Well, let's see what that's going to be on. We will just go ahead and start with the money in the top right, and I did go ahead and put this on 0 times speed. I don't want anything adjusting while I'm doing this math. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm off by a couple of dollars, but oh well. We ended last episode with $918,479 in the top right. We're now at 4.3 and some change. That gives us $3,381,629 profit. Well, I guess profit if you want to look at it that way. We made that much money. Next, we're going to take a look at that miscellaneous. This is one I was really interested in because the miscellaneous on here is from environmental score reward. Now, I don't know how I got a negative on miscellaneous because last episode I left y'all with a negative $70,208. Right now we're at $278,000 and some change, and that gives us a grand total of $349,025 from environmental score rewards. Now, I'm not sure what else goes into that. I know if I cheat money in, it would go there, but there's no fun in that. I'm not going to do that. This next one's kind of interesting. The harvest income, it only went up $137,677. Here's what we ended with last episode. Here's where we're at now. There's the math. I don't know. I guess not much stuff goes through the harvest income. I'm not sure what all that is, but the sold products, that's going to be our big one. Last episode, I left y'all with this amount right here. This episode, we're finishing up with this amount right here, and that gives us a grand total of $2,908,772,000. Wait, did I say that wrong? I think I did. $2,908,772. Okay, there we go. That's what we got. Profits from sold products, and that should have been a majority of it. Now I'm really interested. Where'd that harvest harvest income come from? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I just now noticed there's a production delivery cost cranking up quite a bit here at the highest it's ever been, negative $88,000, which that makes sense because I'm distributing a lot of stuff over. But let's see what I'm going to go ahead and blow my money on here that is actually going to make a huge difference to this series. Here's what I want to do with all that money. I want to upgrade my facilities, productions, whatever. I want to upgrade the ones that are actually making end products, such as this juice and jam factory since, what's that say, 2022. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade this. But first, I should probably upgrade the stuff before it. We'll see how much it costs to upgrade. By upgrade, I mean, I clicked this upgrade button in the bottom. That is upgradable factories mod, which is working out pretty good for me so far. Hopefully it keeps working, knock on some wood here. But let's see how much this costs, $110,000. Now I got upgraded 10 times. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Let's just get it to like a 3. We'll start with that. Oh, each upgrade actually starting to cost a little less. Oh wait, no it's not. I was clicking on the wrong things. Oops, my bad. I guess they don't cost a little less with each upgrade. I'm pretty sure they cost a little more. $130,000 for that upgrade. Let's just get it up to level 5. How's that sound? I think that sounds good to me. I don't know why I'm asking y'all feedback on that. And then we're also interested in the stuff that goes to it, like this orchard and a few other things. Let me get those up to level 5, see how much money we got left. In order to run that production, we're going to have to upgrade our sugar mill. And our sugar mill does run off of honey, which I don't think we're going to have a shortage of honey. We'll face that later. And actually, I think I might be increasing that pretty soon because I got some other productions I want to upgrade besides these Dragon's Den ones. I got everything upgraded to level 5. That's including this factory, the ones before it. It's good. Now I can go up to level 10 and just kind of playing a little cautious right now. I want to upgrade some other things. I did notice there's another Dragon's Den factory that can get upgraded also. Let's go ahead and get that up to 5. That is the wine one. Wow, I really was not paying attention to how much that upgrade cost. They were like 700 and some thousand each. I only got it to level 4. That will be fine, I guess. And I'm pretty sure I just said level 4. Floor. No, it's supposed to be 4. Man, what am I going to do with the 700,000? Well, let's look at some other ones to upgrade that's not inside this Dragon's Den production mod. Here's the issue I've been facing for a while. Empty pallets, empty barrels. They are full. Well, I mean, the barrels are. The pallets are getting there. But that is a huge value in money right there. I could sell those off, make a couple $1 million. I don't want to do that, though. I want to upgrade the production after this. Don't know if y'all can remember what that is, but that is a beekeeping mod where that one will start going faster and taking more of these and hopefully keep this running. Right over there, that building is where the pallets and barrels are made. They are shipped right over here to this beekeeping mod. Let's go ahead and jump inside here and upgrade this. It's already been upgraded once to a level 2. We'll just go ahead and try to upgrade it to a level 5 if it doesn't cost too much. $114,000 for that one. We'll see. It's going to be close. We're now down to $334,000. And I wonder if there's anything else I want to upgrade. I mean, any of it's good, right? Ooh, I got an idea. The coffee beans. Let's get that one. Of course, I'm running super fast. Oh, hey, I got a pallet over here. I should probably sell that off. Now, this is already super fast the way it is with no upgrades to it. So this is going to be crazy upgrading this one. The production upgrades for this coffee greenhouse were really cheap. I'm talking like $10,000 to $15,000. Got it all the way upgraded. It looks like it holds 1 million liters now, but it's set on selling. The plus side of this is that it's going to hold more liquid fertilizer, but it's also going to blow through more liquid fertilizer. Don't remember what it said before with the cycles per month, but here's the new numbers. I don't know if the cycles per month actually changes much. I believe it's just this number down here, but I got a feeling that is going to make us a whole lot of money each hour. Now let me get rid of this pallet, see what else I got to do, but all our money is gone. There's really not much else to do. What I want to do is go ahead and fill up with some compost and start taking care of my greenhouses a little more and skip over to the next hour. So let's see exactly how much money we go up to skipping the next hour with all these new upgrades to our factory. Watch it just shoot right up to 100 million. That would be ridiculous. Looks like it took us up to $244,000. Not bad. I mean, good 30,000 or so, 30, 40,000. I can't even remember what it was at from just an hour. I'm sure that's going to go up quite a bit as soon as these productions start picking up, keeping up and all that. Looks like our stones are finally full from whenever I added that little stone quarry. And you know, I don't even know if it's really worth it, but we're going to go ahead and head these into town, get them dropped off in the silo, not town, my bad, the farm. Get them dropped off in our main silo. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 54 on our journey from 0 to $100 million. Now I'm out here in our large canola field, big field. I don't know what you'd consider this. I wish I could see how many acres it is, or hectares, or whatever the heck it's called. I don't know. But this is growth stage 6 of 8. We should be coming up pretty soon on a harvest for this, and that's probably our next hit point. Besides, each month I gotta move some animals around. So let's go ahead and sleep, and I'll see y'all bright and early in the morning, see what all we gotta do, and see how much money we make sleeping through the nights now. Well, I got a feeling $100 million ain't gonna take too long now. We just went from 300 and some thousand up to $1 million.
$1 million.
That is ridiculous. If y'all can't remember, last episode I did upgrade quite a bit of the factories, so they are producing faster, running faster, which is making more products, which is making more money, I guess. But wow, that is absolutely amazing. $1 million. Ooh, okay, well, let me check on the animals. We got to get them over to the butcher. I believe our sheep pen is probably overcrowded by now. These sheep pens over here only hold 250 sheep, but they also hold a lot of food, so I guess it kind of goes over the number pretty easily. I did allow overcrowding, so there's some extra in there, up to 302 there. Let's see what we got in this one. Only 250 here. I guess I didn't reproduce, or maybe I didn't set overcrowding on it. Let's look at that real quick. Now it looks like I do have overcrowding allowed on both my sheep barns, and they just must not have gave birth to anything. So we are all good there. Let's go ahead and move over this 52 sheep here over to the butcher. We're now over here at the sheep barn. We're going to go ahead and move these animals by pressing M, and we will move them over to the butcher sheep. That's the one next to the butcher shop. Saves us a little bit of time. Let's see if I can find the ones that just came in. I'm assuming it's the lamb and the young ram. Got those all moved over. Now there's one thing I'm a little curious about. When should I sell off the fully grown ones? Because this one here is 40 months old. I mean, will they ever stop reproducing? Will they slow down? I'm not sure. If y'all know, let me know, and I am using the Enhanced Animals mod. Looking down the bottom right there, it looks like the cow production is a little slow. It says we still got 8 cows in there, and we've already slept through the month, and I put those in there last month. I'm not sure how many I put in there, but it seems a little slower than rest, which is fine with me. I'd like to keep this production running full time. Now everything is set up on distributing or selling off automatically. Might be a little hard to tell here, but I do have 2 more productions all the way up to level 10. There's the flower nursery greenhouse and the mushroom greenhouse. These are the ones built into the No Man's Land map. They're just making me more products now, and they were actually really cheap to upgrade. Might even upgrade that gold one. While going through my productions, I noticed I'm about out of herbicide. So let's go ahead and top off this trailer here, 200,000 liters, and I don't think it's going to put that big of a dent in our money there. We'll definitely go under $1 million, but I got nothing else to do except sleep. It is now bright and early, 8 a.m. in July, which means it is time to mow some grass and harvest some canola. I'm pretty excited about that big canola harvest coming up. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to get, but I think that is the biggest field so far that I have planted the canola on. Possibly, but $2.4 million, that is ridiculous. Let's see if I can find a harvester somewhere, get that worker going on that field. Also got to get the mowers going, I think. Before we get too far into the months, I want to take a quick look into our finances here, because before I sold off all our pallets, we were only making $376,000 a month. Wait, no, that's probably not right. I guess we were technically making nothing from sold products unless I sold it off. But right now we have a little over $1 million in passive income. I would say that's pretty safe to say, because I mean there's 1,076,000, 1,001,000 each month, time after time. That's pretty nice. Now, not only that, we're also losing a bunch of money too. We lost $399,800 to miscellaneous. I'm starting to think that might be the direct selling fee, possibly, because that is a lot of money. And then also negative $52,000 over here in June, which ain't quite the same, so I don't know what that is. Oh well. The big thing to look at is the very bottom number, the total. Is it red or is it white? Looks like it's white. We are not in the red here. So $500,000 profit in May, a little over $750,000 profit in June, and we already got a profit in July. Let's just keep that going and going until we hit that $100 million. Now, I don't see any fun in the game of just sleeping through these months and getting that money, which I could easily do because a lot of this stuff is pretty passive income. Now I just have to move some animals around here and there, but still that's no fun. Let's keep doing our farming, all that stuff, trying new crops. We definitely got a cotton harvest coming up. Even though I'm making a lot of money each month, it's still not going to go super fast. It's just going to go a little bit faster. All done with the canola harvest, and that got us under 100,000 liters. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. I was really hoping it'd be a lot more, but I mean, we got 95,295 liters of canola, and that is going to end up turning into canola oil. I don't think there's really anything else I could do with it, but I do have a few other course play issues up there. Finish work, and needs to be refueled. That's not good, but I had to step away for a minute and make some lunch for my kids. Summer break, they're here. I gotta stop recording on my days off and cook them some food, unfortunately. Maybe one day they'll start cooking their own food, and they're totally in here listening to me right now because they're in the game room with me. Got all that canola over here. We're gonna go ahead and activate this canola oil. I believe it's already set up on distributing, and yes it is. That's going over to our large silo. I think I actually have a good amount over there. Not really a good amount. I think maybe tens of thousands, something like that. And not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. Still holding on to it. Maybe sell it off at best sell time. But oh my gosh, we are out of room for butter. Why is that not going anywhere? That would probably be because I don't have this one turned on over here. So let's go ahead and turn on that, and the butter will come over here and be held until best sell time or used somewhere else. Now I'm surprised it's not really going anywhere as far as a different production, and I'm not sure what other productions are going to use butter. Speaking of holding stuff to best sell time, looks like we got an abundance of sugar. I mean, 369,000 liters, that's quite a bit more than our productions are running. I think I can actually sell this off, but it's only $200,000, so I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. We'll go ahead and leave it and let it build up even more. Looking down here at the total value, if I was to sell everything off I have right now, it's $8.8 million now. The max value, if I wait till best sell time, $9.7 million. I got a feeling that number is going to go up a lot more over the next few months. And wow, looking at the gold, that just got me thinking, let's go ahead and upgrade that factory real quick. I do have $2.2 million, and I don't think it's going to cost very much to upgrade this, because as far as upgrading any of the No Man's Lands productions, they've actually been pretty cheap so far. $38,000 to upgrade it right there. That's not bad. Now, if you're ever going through upgrading, the best thing to do with there being so many productions in there is just back out, come back in, hit upgrade again. And I'm going to get this up to level 5 in the one after that up to level 5, or the one before that up to level 5 also. I don't think I need that other one up to level 5. I got this huge BG over here that makes methane that has been selling off. Now I just switch it over to distributing. That's really all the other one is doing. And then I got this little methane production here, which has quite a bit. But now I got methane coming from here and my BGA to my gold production. I'll keep an eye on it, see if it ever slows down or shuts down, and then I'll make adjustments from there. But $2 million, you know, there's one thing I got to do. I can't just leave one of these productions on level 4 because I was trying to get it to level 5 and I didn't have enough money. Don't know if y'all know which one that is, but that is the wine production. Run over here super duper fast because I believe it's on level 4. I ran out of money. Yes, it is level 4. Let's go ahead and upgrade that to level 5. That costs $840,000 to upgrade. I don't have any particular reason why I want to upgrade that, except for I just didn't want it to be left on 4. I had to get to that 5. Even though now that I'm saying it out loud a little more, 5 is an odd number. Usually odd numbers aren't the best ones to do, but maybe I'm going like 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't know. I'm just rambling on. Let's see what that blocked object is. Looks like the mowing is all done here on this field, and the grass picking up is going to be done too here in just a second. Now the other field is probably almost done mowing also. I'm also really interested to see how much grass we get off that other field, because we have not done a full grass harvest off that field yet. As far as what I mean by full grass harvest is one where the grass has been grown all the way up. We did a partial harvest last year or something like that, and this field over here on the right just seems to be giving right around 700 and something thousand liters. I'm hoping the other field can give right around that, maybe a little more. Let's get our sheep fed. All the extra, of course, make some feed for the cows. Picking up the grass is all done over here on our second grass field, which is field number 10, and we only got 658,971 liters, so less than the other field. You know, I could have sworn it was bigger. Let's take a quick look at the map there, and no, looks like that number 1 field is bigger than this number 2 grass field over here, or field 10. I don't know why I'm heading over to the sheep. I just topped them off. This is definitely not going to go there. Let's go ahead and head this into town, start making some more TMR. It might actually be full over there as far as holding grass though. This is actually going to wrap up this episode, and I just want to show a little aerial view of the farm. Now probably next episode I'll show a little aerial view of the town. But this is some big progress. Could be even bigger if I would take the time to actually build up some of my storage and other things like that, but I'm just not taking that time. Now, next episode, I'm sure we're going to do a lot of cotton harvest, and I'm really excited to see how much cotton we get there, and we're going to, of course, make a bunch of clothes from it, which is going to make us a bunch of money. But I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section, because they're always welcome, very much appreciate it, and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.